Sorry about that. Thanks for being patient and hanging out while we figured out all the crazy technical stuff. Good morning. We are Dungeons and Designers. We're going to be playing some D&D today. We're going to be playing some D&D today.
Start over.
Yeah. Listen, we will get the game sometime.
God, it's been a long morning. It's been a long morning.
Well, we'll be back next week.
We are joined today by our lovely intrepid adventurers. We have Autumn, who's going to be playing Quinn. We have Bex, who will be playing Evie. We have Dan, who's going to be playing Chuck. We have Andrew, who's going to be playing Char. And we have Such, who is going to be playing Guardian. We are in the Frontier this week. Last week we had them delving through this dark, nasty, the depths below this gigantic tree that looks to have grown out of the center of this ancient city, completely ruined. The tree's hundreds of feet high, and as they delve into the palace, split in half by this massive tree, they found themselves battling some kind of strange plant creature deep in the overgrown ruins beneath this weird city. As they delved deeper, they found their way into some kind of rounded chamber, perhaps some kind of council chamber, or perhaps meant for a purpose that's not quite understood without actually being there. And as they looked around the room, taking a look at the strange device in the center of the room that appeared to have been jammed with a scepter, and the strange creature that was completely desiccated, covered in vines on this throne, they moved towards the back of the room as the door slammed shut and this entity came to life, which they definitely did not suspect and were not suspicious of whatsoever.
Not in the least.
With that setup,
we did absolutely zero investigating, zero thinking about anything in this room.
Nope.
There was not
right through.
There was not.
I was foisted by my own petard.
So, with all that set up, let's just get right in and roll some initiative.
Oh,
No.
dear.
God, we were so careful.
Oh, dear.
You guys really
Do we
were.
get
And you
advantage
get-
because we were so fucking careful? Advantage on initiative?
The entire party is walking backwards, looking at the thrones. Like, come on, we're ready.
Backwards out of the room.
Yeah.
Tiptoeing backwards out of the room.
Well, it's definitely not a surprise round.
Well, thank goodness for that.
Oh wait, I got to roll for the Sirrith.
Yes, don't forget to roll for Sirrith and Grohl.
Oh, that's right. I'll roll for Grohl. Who will exclusively heal me, so, get used to it. Totally.
What is Sirith's AC? I'm sorry, initiative?
18.
18. And what's Grohl's initiative?
Solid 9.
That's fine. You want the healers to have low initiative.
Roll the walking ambulance.
I actually thought about, I'm going to include in the sidekick cards that we do, I'm going to include a literal heal bot.
Ambulatory
like a construct on like 3 legs, like 3 little spider legs.
I can make
The
one
red
of those.
cross on it. So
With a big red cross, yeah. All right, Chuck, what's that initiative?
22.
Nicely done. Guardian.
18.
18. Quinn.
16.
Whoa.
That's
Yeah.
super low for Quinn.
Yeah.
Evie.
23.
2.
Wow.
And Char.
22.
Damn.
Good job, guys. Good job.
We were on alert.
You absolutely were on alert.
I'm just mad at,
Yeah.
as it comes alive. I'm just like, come on.
Nailed.
We had things to do today.
God damn it, Grohl.
Oh.
I would never.
No, me neither.
I would sooner throw my best friend / brother under the bus than Grohl.
I wonder
So-
who that could be.
Top of the round, I
Eric.
believe.
Captain
Top of the
Eric.
round is going to be Evie, because I believe you probably have the highest dex. What's everybody's dex modifier?
2.
4.
3.
3.
Okay, great.
3.
So that does put Evie at the top. Evie, in addition to this entity, this desiccated corpse with the runes now flaring across its body, one eye is flaring this bright, like deep purpley red color. Its head is kind of cocked sideways, almost if it's being controlled by this long tendril hanging from its back. The tendril snaking back and forth, kind of making the corpse go back and forth. And you see around the throne now, you see more tendrils kind of snaking out. So beneath this, on the throne, you see these tendrils kind of coming and crawling forward. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna see that, and I'm gonna turn to Guardian. Go, you know what to do, and I'll pull out my little haste disc and slap it on his back and
Just
get him going.
Sticks immediately. Your vision dilates. You get like tunnel vision. Guardian, as you are now hasted.
And then let me see.
Is there a battle map for this?
Yeah, I was gonna see where we are.
Yeah, we
switch
should
to the
all-
other.
It says the game's
Oh,
paused.
Yeah.
It's paused still, yeah.
Yeah, you guys
I'm
are.
on the main map.
You can switch over
Okay,
to
let me
Ruined Death.
switch you guys over.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I just switched you guys over.
We have to do this whole battle blind.
It is quite dark.
I mean,
Honestly, I
the last
was
episode was
trying to-
called Blinded by the Blight, so makes sense.
I know this is a bit of metagaming, but I literally was like, oh, well, if it's not a battle map, we probably, this is like a puzzle more than it is a monster. I was like trying to think, like, what's the puzzle here?
It's probably not a huge threat if there's no map.
Yeah.
The puzzle is carnage, and the answer is death.
Yeah.
Aw.
Shoot it until it's dead.
Okay, so that happens, and I'm gonna send Floofy forward. 5, excuse me.
Okay.
10, 15, 20, 25, and then I'll get him behind the thing, and he will attack.
On my screen, it may be wrong on my screen, but I'm showing you inside the creature right now.
The creature
I
is
see Floofy inside the creature.
tiny to me. He's like one square big.
Well,
Oh, no.
Okay.
I don't think she can see the large one. That's why.
You can't see the large one.
I can't see
Okay.
the large one.
All right. It might be taking a second to load in for you.
Okay, move him
Yes,
wherever
I
he
think
needs to be outside of his.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do
this
that. No
creature.
problem.
Outside of the thing.
Let me move this creature to the side for a second.
The super friendly Kalishtar priest. All right.
Oh,
you
shoot.
next
You wanna
to
attack-
the priest? Okay, I'll put you there.
Uh,
As a note, the priest is 20 feet in the air.
Good to
Saying
know.
it's like on the back of the thing and waving around. It's 20 feet up in the air.
well,
So
can
if you
he
want to
attack?
redo your move, you can.
Can he attack anything that's on ground level?
Yes, there is a cluster of vines that are around the throne. The ones that you saw kind of consumed the throne when you first came in. Those now appear to be waving back and forth.
Can he be? Can he be here?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're moving at the same time.
Here, and then attack the vines
Absolutely.
from there.
Go
Okay.
ahead and give me an attack roll.
Floofers. What is your attack? All right. 21 to hit.
That will hit.
And
Go ahead and give me that damage.
I'll arcane jolt that as well.
Okay.
And so that is going to add. That's 10 points of damage total. 2 or
Nice.
4 force. The 4. Wait, what is Floofy's attack?
I think it's piercing and then your extra force. I could be wrong, but it doesn't matter.
Oh no, they're both force. So
it's all force. Okay.
It's all force.
Roger that. So you guys just see Floofy take off across the battlefield and just start tearing into that throne, ripping those vines off. There's like mechanical growling coming from the throne, from Floofy next to the throne. Is that your turn, Evie, or would you like to move?
I'll move.
And Char, you are on deck.
Mm-hmm.
Like here. Is it 5,
Cool.
10, 15, 20, 20. Yeah,
And
right there.
Guardian, I gave you have a torch currently, which is why you're lit up.
Got it.
If you do want to drop that, just let me know.
Okay.
If you right click your token, I believe you can click on and click off a little torch to the top left.
Ooh. Okay.
Somebody's been busy.
Every session things get a little better, but a little buggier. I'm trying to find
Hence
the
we
balance.
start 5 minutes late. What's going on?
Well, if I wanted to drop the torch, though, would it stay? How would I be able to let the ground stay lit?
I can probably drop a token and create light.
Got it.
for that.
Okay.
In turn.
Okay. Char, you are up next.
Okay.
And I'll quickly yell out, "What did we do wrong?" End turn.
I'm moving over here by Guardian, and I'm gonna take a shot at the base where like all the tendrils are coming out.
Okay. Go right ahead.
With Firebolt. That is 26 to hit.
Oh, that'll hit.
Right. Firebolt. 21 damage.
Nicely done. You see, as that impacts into the base with your gun, it spins up. You see those arcane runes circle it, and then as a firebolt arcs and smashes into the back of that throne, it does not quite do as much as you would expect against a creature made of vines.
Oh, that's right. But it does do damage.
It does do damage. It does appears to do half as much damage, with your Arcana being as high as it is.
Okay. Resistance to
Do some quick
fire.
calculations in your head.
Yeah.
Numbers.
Rain Man like a okay. I take note of that. Fire's not that effective, I says out loud.
I says.
And I'm gonna throw out my turret as well too as my bonus action.
Okay, so as you guys hear Char shout, fire's not that effective. Underhand throws this little disc as it hits the ground. The spider legs come out. Did you want to use that this turn?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that. I'm gonna move him. He's gonna be over here.
Mm-hmm. What kind of turret? Force turret?
Yeah, let's do a force turret on that.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use force ballista.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll damage for. I'm sorry. Roll your attack for that. And then Chuck, you're going to be on deck.
Hold on. Where'd it go? It is. What am I rolling for that? It's there it is. Sorry, I didn't see that.
If you have the my brain isn't working. If you have the Beyond 20 widget installed on Chrome, there should be a little like D20 next to it that you can just click, and it should roll it. But you can also roll it in the native app yourself if you want to.
Yeah. It's I was just trying to see which one it was. It was 3d8s, I think.
All right. And then just make sure you roll the hit first. It'll hit.
Okay. Rolling damage. All right, that's 8 damage.
Okay. There's that as 3 like force blasts smash into the side of the throne. You can hear like cracking stone. Chuck, you are up next.
Alrighty. I'm gonna. As soon as it comes alive, I'm like, "Come on!" And then 5 or 5. We'll count that. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Bonus action, Hexblade's Curse on the base. And then I'm gonna take shots at the big fella.
Okay. At the one that's flying.
Yeah.
Roger that.
Alrighty. What's it called? Sharpshooter. Oh. All right, that's probably not gonna hit.
It just missed.
Yeah, it's a. I'll do it again though. All right, almost definitely not gonna hit as well.
Oh no!
It is a 13 hit.
13 does not hit.
Alrighty.
But as you fire, it just moves out of the way. The tendril just kind of moves the corpses like off to the side.
I'm gonna be honest. I'll say to everybody, I'm quite flabbergasted at my aim as well. So we all feel the same thing here.
Guardian, you're up next, followed by Sirrith.
Yep. Drop the torch. Field out. Oh wait, I'll turn that off.
You dropped it right where Char was?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna start hacking away at the base. Do I get advantage for flanking?
You do. Yes, you do get advantage for flanking.
Okie dokie. First one's a.
Team.
First is a 24.
Oh yeah, it's gonna hit.
It's 11 piercing, 2 radiant.
Mm-hmm.
And I will. I don't think this thing can be frightened. Let's try a disarming attack first. See if we can chop down some of these vines.
Okay.
That's an additional 5 piercing and make a strength saving throw
Okay.
for the vines.
8. I'm sorry.
DC 17.
22.
Okay. Second attack.
Oh, but what's the extra damage on that? It was the
Oh,
extra.
it was 5. 5, yeah. Next one's a 22.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. 13 piercing, 4 radiant.
Wow. It's a good hit.
Everyone's okay. We'll try another disarming attack.
Okay.
Oof. 1 damage.
Same roll, 22.
All right.
Would that, if it's effective, would it make it drop the priest?
So
Don't
I'm
know.
trying.
You don't know.
Yeah.
But, I mean, possibly.
Third attack.
I'll wait and see.
26. That's 10 pierce or 10 slashing, 2 radiant.
Wow.
Same thing, disarming.
Okay.
Let's burning through these fucking things. Extra 5 damage.
15.
All right. What? It rolled a 15.
You, instead of like this being tendrils and not like a person,
Yeah.
you're slashing. Every time you go to slash for the tendril that's holding the priest aloft, another one comes like in front of it and blocks it, and then it gets hacked off. As you're slashing and slashing and slashing, and finally you just swing as hard as you can, and it cuts through 2 other vines and then through the one holding the priest as the priest begins to fall.
Nice.
Hits the ground from 20 feet up. Takes 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Dead.
He's dead.
Don't worry. Grohl will heal him.
Grohl does not discriminate.
And last attack.
You get one, you get your 4th attack. Go for it.
Jesus.
Good thing I have advantage.
Who is this?
Oh.
Yes, the vines around the throne, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I rolled a 1 and a 2, so nope.
What's your total?
13.
That hits.
Oh, against the vines?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Ooh. 14 slashing, 2 radiant.
Oh my god, I'm so fucking dumb.
Why? What
What
happened?
did you do?
I'm
no.
stupid. What you know what I did wrong was everything.
Oh.
Anyway, go ahead and finish rolling your damage.
It was 14 slashing, 2 radiant.
Fucking same, Sebastian.
You see, as you're hacking away at this creature, more and more of these vines are flying off until you eventually get to this weird pulsating green, like, heart of these vines. It's like pulsing like a heartbeat that runs along the floor. And as you slash into it, there's a spurt of this watery liquid, and the whole vine begins to curl and die. Is that your turn?
Is it dead, or is
It is dead.
beginning?
It is dead.
Oh,
All right.
okay. Yeah, that's my turn.
Good. Now
Do you
I
have
can
extra attacks? Kill it again.
I can access surge, but
Check
Okay.
for a pulse.
Now the creature, the priest that's on the ground, can use one of its fucking legendary actions.
oh no,
I forgot all about them until I was like reading the stat block while I was waiting for your turn to go.
Well, I was waiting for you to finally finish.
Yeah. It's okay,
Your
guys.
4 attacks.
Oh,
So here's what I need.
ew.
Oops, that's wrong.
Ooh. I was gonna say that's perfect, man. I'm just out.
It actually covers the
Oh.
entire arena.
Yeah, he makes it like 1,000 times bigger. No, that's right now. Okay.
Actually,
Uh-oh. Spoke too
that's
soon.
the range.
It gets
Don't
people
give him
from
any
the airship.
ideas.
All right. So judging by the way that this is aligned, actually, it does not look like Chuck. You get hit, and Sirrith does not get hit, because it's exactly 30 feet.
I do or don't. It looks like
You do not. I'm going to
Gotcha.
count the squares that it's highlighting
I think
as
that's fair.
the region that's hitting.
No,
So
go
I need everybody within that area to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay.
Natty 20. For 22.
19.
11.
Okay. I'm sorry. Forgive me on this one. It is Wisdom, not Constitution. I misread the
Oh.
stat block.
Okay. Should we re-roll?
You don't have to
or-
re-roll.
Same-
You don't have to re-roll.
same.
Just add the different modifier.
Same
Okay.
number for me.
Same number for you, 22.
I'm gonna
11 from Char. I think it might be higher, right?
Uh,
Don't re-roll. Don't reroll.
Okay.
Just use the one you had before and add your different modifier.
Let's do
So for you, I think Char, you might actually be proficient as an artificer, or no?
Yeah, I am. That would be 13, I think.
13.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use Indomitable to reroll.
Go ahead.
Come on. Ooh, that's worse.
Oh god.
Oh boy. 6.
Okay, and make sure you roll for Groll, please.
Roll for roll.
Thank you.
Do I need to roll for Floofy or no?
You said wisdom, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh wait,
what's
let me double check. Yes. What is Floofy's intelligence score?
-3.
What's the score though?
Oh, the score is 4.
4. Okay. Yes. Yeah, you do have to roll for the Floof.
Got it.
She got Grohl got an 8.
Okay. So Groll, Guardian, and
Floofy got an 18.
okay, Groll and Guardian both need to take 24 points of psychic damage.
Fuck, I should have kept my roll.
Holy shit.
24.
Everybody else takes half.
Ouch.
Everybody else within the range. Evie, you're fine. Floofy takes half. Quinn, you take half. Char, you take half.
Half, so 12?
12. Correct.
Okay.
Nah. You have the fire damage earlier.
Half of 44.
I know you can.
Sure.
Do I need to give you Flaccid Genius?
While you guys are all doing that, Sirrith is up.
Oh, right.
I was
Did
after Guardian.
Sirrith rolled an 18.
Hey, I'm at
Oh, okay.
69.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
That's right.
My bad.
You guys,
Five,
that creature hits the ground as eye snaps up, and there's a poof, like a shockwave that goes out from the central point around it, and just rips through everyone's head. For a second there, Quinn, you hear the voices get louder, and then they subside again to the back of your mind.
Ouch. It's still prone, right?
It is still prone.
Okay. Sirrith is gonna start wailing on it.
Go right ahead.
First attack. 18 plus, that's like a 29 or something.
Okay.
Oof. 6 slashing.
Yeah. Okay.
Second attack. That's a 25.
Mm-hmm.
That's 11 slashing.
Mm-hmm.
And they make a third attack with bonus action, yeah? That's how it works?
Yes.
Okay. Bonus action, third attack. Oof. Okay, 22.
Still hits.
Extra 12 slashing.
Wow. Nicely done.
Go, Sirrith. And we back away.
As Sirrith is hacking into this thing, they're getting resistance as they're trying to hack in. It's if the creature's skin is artificially hardened. It's like, and as they like slash, you almost hear the sound of of sword hitting stone.
Sirrith does not have magical weapons, right?
Sirrith does not have magical weapons.
Got it. They're gonna back out. Wait, 5, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Get a attack of opportunity against Sirrith.
Yeah, with disadvantage.
Okay. I'm just going to use... With disadvantage, you said?
Yeah, because they're prone, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
$21?
Ooh, yeah, that hits.
Oh, okay.
Their AC is 20.
That was like a non-athletic person actually like scoring a basket in a game.
Yeah, completely accidental. You see it's on the ground, and as they're slashing into it, the creature just reaches up with that one eye and just like grabs onto the leg of Sirrith as they're turning to run in the opposite direction to back off. They're going to take 14 points of poison damage.
Yeah.
And I need them to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh shit. Who knew this thing could hit hard? What's their con? +0. Come on. Ooh, 11?
I'll use Flaccid Genius to give them +4 to the roll.
15?
Unfortunately, still a failure.
Oh.
For the next minute, Sirrith is poisoned.
Shit.
At the end of each of their turn, they can make another saving throw.
Okay.
So they are poisoned for the duration. Is that Sirith's turn?
Yeah, unfortunately.
All right, Gwen, you see Sirrith run in, hacking and slashing, and as they kind of like backhand spring back to get out of the way, just a gnarled hand reaches out, and there's like a pulse wave, and you see Sirrith begin to slow immediately. What would you like to do?
I'm going to move 5, 10. 15. Can I go to there, or is that wall?
That's wall. It's technically wall.
Okay. You know, I just wanted to try and
Sure.
meld into the meld with stone.
It's up against the wall.
It's full Drax. I've mastered the art of being so perfectly still. And then I am going to bonus action. Wait, the big thing is dead, right?
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
so
It
that's
is dead.
off of the field. Okay.
Yep.
I'm
I
going
will remove
to
it. I'm gonna put an X on it.
Hunter's Mark the undead crazy thing
Mm-hmm.
as a bonus action, and then I am going to
Chuck, don't forget you get hit points back, I believe, because it died while it was.
Yeah, I was at full.
Oh, okay.
All good.
and then you took damage. Yeah. And then
I
I'm
didn't
going to
roll
take.
it.
Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna take a couple of sharpshooter shots at it.
You got it. Remember, you have disadvantage.
Por qué?
It is prone.
Prone.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
It's like the one time in the campaign that you don't have either advantage or.
Or completely hidden sneak attack.
I would have done something differently. I wasn't paying attention to the prone status. God damn it.
Should hide behind Groll.
Can I roll back that Hunter's Mark and not mark it? No.
No.
Wait, but it's in.
What the fuck?
Wow. Okay.
Good slam dunk, dude.
Okay.
Can I go back 3 turns and change what I did?
Had I
roll
not
it back to
had I not
last
mentioned that it was already prone, I would say yeah, totally. But we mentioned a couple of times that it's prone.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to sound like I was being a dick about it. Because I definitely sounded like a dick. Sorry. No. Nah, try again, sweetie.
Does an 18 hit?
18 does hit.
Suck it. I mean, okay, cool.
Yeah, I wanted him to come back and say I crit. With this advantage.
And favored foe on that.
Okay.
So that's gonna be all of these.
Everything but your sneak attack, I think, right?
I get sneak attack.
Yeah, Guardian's next to him, yeah?
Guardian's right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
Fuck you.
Uh-oh.
He's doing a lot of counting.
30 points of damage on the first attack.
Nice.
And then the second doesn't hit.
Okay. Still though,
Wait,
that's
it was on 11. That doesn't hit.
does not hit.
Just checking.
Does not hit. All right. You already used your bonus action. Okay, is that your turn, Quinn?
Yeah, free action. Fuck you, stand up. Okay.
Find me like a man.
As it throws that hand out towards Sirrith, you launch an arrow straight through the hand, like into the chest.
I'll take it.
As it is now this creature's turn, this planeslinger's turn, as it begins to rise up off the ground now on its emaciated legs, and is going to, let's see, we got a lot of options.
Cool.
How about this? Everybody, give me just a regular D20 roll, and we'll see who has the lowest.
Real quick, I can't see Floofy on the map.
Okay, Floofy's off in the darkness. Let me see. Yeah, let me see. What's your range of vision? I'm just gonna give Floofy. When I click on Floofy, I can see like a big range. She's totally off your map, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see her either. That's weird.
She's off in the darkness, but I'm gonna adjust it so that I'm gonna adjust your sight, Evie, just so that you can see her.
I think she should have been right in here. Or... yeah, that would make sense, right?
Yeah, I gotta figure out how to. Actually, if you try something for me. Click on like the measuring tool or something,
Okay.
and then click back to. When you click on the measuring tool, does both Floofy and Evie pop up for you?
No.
Interessante. Okay, I'll just adjust Floofy so that you can see Floofy.
I just wanted to know where she was because she can use her reaction. I keep calling Floofy a boy and then a girl and then a boy and then a girl.
It fluxes.
Doesn't matter.
Gender is constantly in flux, you know.
It's a they. It's a they for certain.
Now you can see Floofy.
It's a pet
now I can
feature.
see. Yes, thank you.
Floofy is
She gets to choose whenever. All right. Okay. I just wanted to make sure
okay.
she can't use her reaction, his reaction,
Okay.
their reaction.
Okay, so
Its reaction?
this thing is
There, I
going to
think is-
stand up. And what fun spell do I want to use on you guys?
Heal
Oh,
wounds.
that's right. That's right. I had everybody roll a d20. Who got the lowest roll?
Oh,
Grohl's rocking a 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
yeah.
Guardian got 8.
If I'm doing my math right, there's only one number lower than that.
Wait.
All right, so I think 2 is the lowest right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Give me a con saving throw for Grohl.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Let's go yet.
No.
I have, except for initiative, I've not rolled above a 5.
Oh shit.
So,
Uh,
Chuck, as you're looking down at your gun and loading, you look up and you immediately recognize this spell as the hand of the creature turns black and the finger becomes a necrotic beam and just fires off. A streak of black energy hits Grohl right in the chest.
she's very dead, right?
Grohl's going to take 63 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, so she's dead.
Wait.
No, she's not.
She's down.
I thought she had. Oh wait, I haven't been keeping track of her hit.
What was it? What was it? Her total hit points?
Her
It's fine.
total hit points is 78.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So yeah, she goes down for sure, but she's at 0. She's not dead. She's at 0.
Right.
So there's that beam fires off, and then just you see like Grohl makes a full like spin rotation and just hits the ground hard on her chest. The staff clatters to the ground next to her.
Was that an attack roll?
No, it was a spell.
All right.
Saving throw.
Damn it.
Buddy, I want you to win on something so badly today.
In addition to that, the creature is going to stand up and try to get the fuck away from Guardian. So
No,
knocks down a player character. Knocks down a player character, then stands up. Brutal.
Fuck. You know what? It might have to stay there. It's going to end its turn there.
But it's standing, right?
It is standing. Grohl. It is Grohl's turn next.
All right, death saving throw. My gal.
There you go.
Hey. All right.
I'm just gonna do this in notes. Excuse me.
That's fine.
Next time, try rolling a 20.
So
You're smart in a way that I'm just not.
it's
I just never thought about it like that.
It's immediately going to use, now that it's been its turn, it gets its legendary actions back. It's immediately going to use its legendary action for that psychic disruption. As it, the eye flares again, and there's a shockwave 30 feet around it.
Stop.
Stop it. I believe it's that.
Jesus.
So, everybody but Evie. Go ahead and give me, and because Grohl is currently unconscious,
out, yeah.
it's not
One
an effective
fit.
roll.
Oh, not affect it.
It's
Okay,
not
cool. Constitution, you said saving throw or wisdom?
Wisdom. Right.
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
My man.
Okay.
Shit.
So 9. This is 9 from Char.
16.
It was 16, and from Floofy.
2.
2. Okay. So anybody who rolled under a 17, go ahead and take 15 points of psychic damage.
Would everybody else take 7?
Everybody else takes half. Everybody else takes 7. Correct. And that will bring us to the top of the round with Evie.
Evie's gonna see Grohl go down, and she's gonna go, "Oh hell no!" She's gonna hit a button on her side, and this light emanates from her in a 30-foot radius, and she is going to move 5, 10, 15, and cast Aura of Vitality.
Awesome.
So using her bonus action, she's going to heal Grohl for 8 points.
Awesome. Grohl's back up.
And
You hear the across the room as life is drawn into her body.
unfortunately, Guardian Haste is dropped.
Oh no.
That's it. I'm out of here.
I've had enough of this shit.
All right. And then I'll sick Guardian, or not Guardian, Floofy onto this
Go
creature.
get him, Guardian.
Go, Scotty Pippen, go! And it will attack and probably miss. That is a 9 to hit
9 to hit on the creature.
on
Does
the
not
creature.
hit.
Okay. That's it, but it will use its reaction to deflect the attack if this creature attacks anyone other than it.
Okay.
Just so you
Got
know,
it.
so they'll have disadvantage.
Is that an attack roll? I'm assuming if it makes an attack roll against another creature.
Correct. The attack
Okay.
roll of another creature.
Got it. All right.
As
so
long
then
as
that
it's
is going.
within 5 feet of Floofy.
Got it.
Okay.
So that's going to bring us to Char, and then Chuck, you were up next. Char, what would you like to do?
How much was Grold healed up to again? It was 8, right?
8 points. Yep. Grohl is still prone on the ground, but you can see now there's that energy suffuses her for a minute, and you can see her head kind of stir as she begins to attempt to stand back up.
Okay.
And you see Evie take off running across the battlefield with her weapon drawn.
I dart in, and then I dart back out.
Char's gonna move over to Grohl, and she's gonna cast Cure Wounds on her.
Okay. And what's the roll for that?
Heal her up for 10.
Nice.
I'm keeping
That's
track of her health, by the way. Just so
Cool. So that's your action. What would you like to use for your bonus action? Do you want to fire your turret?
Yeah, I'm gonna use flamethrower on the.
I believe once it's activated, you can use what it's activated as. I believe it's decided when you activate.
It's just the
right
one,
now it's a
right?
force turret. Yeah, right now it's a force turret.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Then I will do that.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit. And that's a ranged attack, correct?
Yeah. It's
Okay,
using
because-
my intelligence, I believe, right? So
Right, because it's a ranged attack, I believe it has disadvantage within 5 feet.
Oh, okay. Okay. Then that case, can I move it out a bit first and then do that, or just roll it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm about to.
As a
Wait, how
point
come
of, can I give the point of order about opportunity attacks, just in case he doesn't know?
Go ahead.
Yeah. What is it?
Just as a heads up, if you move out of range of a creature's attack range, then it gets an opportunity attack, which means it gets a free attack against you. Just as a reminder, if it chooses to use its reaction on you.
Okay. So it's either I get a disadvantage or a opportunity attack from the priest.
Potentially, I don't know what's going to happen because it's I'm just giving you a rules update. I can't give you an influence on what to do with that.
Okay. I'll just move him out then. He might. How come Shar is selected with the turret too? Like they're moving together.
They might have been selected at the same time. So if you just navigate to on another icon on the sidebar, it should remove your selection from both of them, and then you can click back on your character.
Got it.
Yep.
Okay, so Shar was there. Okay, the turret's gonna be here, and
Cool.
I'm gonna use a flamethrower on the priest. So that's.
No, you're
I'm sorry. Force ballista on the priest. Yeah,
Okay, it's okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
No, I was just laughing at the idea of use the sentence. I'm going to use the flamethrower on the priest.
Completely out of context. Fantastic.
Cito's at it again, trying to burn a priest alive.
I got 28 on that to hit.
It's definitely going to hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. 28. That wasn't a critical, was it?
It wasn't a natural, I don't think.
It wasn't? Okay. And you just rolled
Yeah,
flamethrower damage, so make sure you roll your force ballista damage.
Sorry, I am it's at the top of my list, and that's the first thing that I see.
Oh, good.
We're stuck on that
You
flamethrower.
really want to use that flamethrower.
I know.
Gonna have to get one of
I
those
get
special
it.
flamethrowers
It's cool.
for your birthday.
It's cool. Oh, yeah.
There we go. 17.
Sorry, Tesla, not the flamethrower.
The not a... yeah.
Totally not a flamethrower.
I actually know somebody that has one of those, by the way.
It's technically the Boring Company, right? Not Tesla.
Yeah. All right. So, I assume that's the end of your turn.
But we digress.
Yeah.
Chuck, you were up next. And you see that turret? There's this force that blasts into the creature and gets hit back, and you see the head swivel as it turns towards you. Would you like to do?
I look at Grohl, and like the second she goes down, I don't even notice that she's back up, because I am just like so dead focused with rage on this guy, and I go, "Not my best friend / sister," and I'm gonna start shooting. I'm gonna take some shots.
Roll to hit.
Sharpshooter.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, incredible. Truly incredible stuff.
Wow.
12.
Jeez,
Well,
man.
does not quite hit.
Yep, I'm going to do
Boundary
it again,
hates you
though.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Incredible. I rolled the same exact thing I rolled last
You
time.
did? Oh
Wow.
my god.
Insane.
Not having a good
Both
day.
shots go wide as the creature just.
Yeah, I know that he does. Alright. I'm out. 5, 10, 15, 20. 25.
Hulk in the corner.
Turns around and starts
30.
walking towards the door.
Emo Chuck.
I'm having a rough day today.
I'm having a rough day.
Yeah, all my eyes.
Hair.
I'm out.
Still upset about getting caught in this trap.
All these eyes, and I still can't see how to shoot straight.
That's the problem. Is you're too distracted by all the things you can see behind you.
It's throwing off your hand-eyes coordination.
And I coordination.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. You're short a couple eyes, but the point
yeah,
still
I-
stands.
Well, you don't
Say
aim
it
with
anymore.
both eyes, right? You aim with. Well,
Yeah, he's got one eye closed, but another 15 open.
Guardian, you are up next.
Haste ended, right? So I can't.
It ended.
Okay.
And, haste ended. So
Yeah.
can you read the effect of haste ending, please?
I can't
God.
move or take actions until the next turn.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
I forgot about that, but you know what? It was worth it for Grohl. Guardian's tough.
Yeah, Guardian.
Uh,
Guardian can take it.
That also means bonus actions, though, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
I'll double check real quick.
That's going to bring us to Sirrith. So if you want to use take Sirith's turn a while.
Okay. And the
It doesn't say
save-
anything about bonus actions. It just says actions.
Yeah. I just assumed it also includes actions, though.
I would
I mean
think it
bonus
does as
actions.
well.
Yeah.
I would think it does as well.
I make the save for poison at the end of the turn, right?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. They're gonna move back with the swords
Mm-hmm.
and keep hacking away.
Okay.
This battle is going flawlessly.
You have disadvantage in all of your attack rolls.
Correct. But with flanking, it's just a
Straight roll.
Cool. Yeah, that's gonna hit. 25.
Yeah. Roll the damage.
Yikes. 6 slashing.
Okay.
So close. 18 plus, that's 29.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. 12 slashing.
Nicely done.
Third attack with the bonus action. Oh, come on. 17 plus, that's 28.
Okay.
And that's 9 slashing.
Okay.
And it's a con save, right?
Sirrith is just going to town. Yeah. Go ahead.
Wait, why did I?
Last, the third attack is the bow scimitar's slashing through. You see bits and pieces of the moldy cloth that was covering the creatures just slashed through and flying into the air.
Man, I misread. They have a +2 to con.
Oh.
I don't think it would have been a save. either
Okay.
way.
Yeah, it
But
doesn't matter.
what was the new roll?
Nice, 21.
That saves. No longer poisoned.
Good job,
they-
Sirrith.
Swallow hard and look up, sweat forming on their brow. They're ready to go.
They're gonna stay there this time.
Okay. That's going to bring us to Quinn. You're up.
I very quickly pull out an arrow, slap it against my thigh, activating fire rune, and fire off the arrow. Sharpshooter shot.
Sure.
That's a 22. No, 24. Sorry.
That is.
Okay. Your save is a dex strength 14.
Okay.
Wait, it's engaged.
Oh. Rolls a 14.
What?
Rolls a 14. Exactly.
So they failed then.
Wait, sorry, you said they got engaged?
So, you said what was the save? It was 14, right?
14.
It's like I had my legendary resistance chambered and like ready to fucking roll. Shh.
51 points of damage on the first shot.
What the
Holy crap!
Tone it down, man.
That made up for that last one, which is almost all ones and twos. This is all like 7s and 8s and 6s.
Okay, listen,
Right.
just because you miss a bunch of shots in a row doesn't make you less of a man.
Hold on a second, please.
He switched to the weighted
It was
dice.
50 what?
57? 51?
50, 51, I think, right?
Oh yeah.
51. He's a 51.
51. Yeah.
Hang tight.
No.
1 billion.
Okay. It's going to use one of its legendary resistance to succeed as you catch it right in the chest. And it hits the ground and then rises back up, the light flaring in its eye again as you knock it down to 0 and it gets back up again.
Oh, it's a good thing I've got another sharpshooter shot coming in for
Go
you.
ahead.
Do you really?
Natural 20.
Oh
Okay.
wow.
Okay. Go ahead.
So-
Roll your damage. It's got one
For the
hit point.
face.
What a time to crit.
This.
This crit.
Oh, double the dice, right? So 46 points of damage.
I fucking love this so much. You have
God.
you have no idea. Like, I'll explain in a minute.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it's,
don't
when
know
the
what's
DM is
leading.
excited, I start
So-
to get scared.
The arrow impacts in the chest. It knocks to the ground, and as it stands back up, there's that dry like from inside. The eye flares, and you just breathe out and let the second one loose. And as it does, it catches it right in the eye, right through, and there's like a explosion of that purple energy as it just is like and just rocks back, slams into the throne, and slides down, dead. You killed it with a critical hit, which means that it cannot use its undead fortitude and it cannot regenerate.
Hey.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Well done. Hell yeah. It was just about to circle
RNG.
of death, you motherfuckers, too. And you were all nice and clustered up for me.
Dear.
Oh. Ah, that was good. Hell yeah.
KRNG.
Whew.
And stay down.
done. It slides to the base. You see Grohl, hands on both knees. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. Turns
Really?
around.
Can I use the lasting remnants of my aura of vitality to heal her one more time?
Yeah. How long does it last?
It lasts a minute.
I mean, you only used it for one round, which means you still have like 9 rolls of it basically if you want.
Yeah. I'll
You're
heal.
gonna keep it up the whole time.
Yeah. Anybody who needs healing, we'll roll out those 9 rolls. So who needs what?
Well, let's take care of her first, since she's our healer, right?
I think it heals everybody in an area, right?
No,
it only heals the
I
person?
it just allows me to choose one who's a distance from me, basically.
Okay.
Well, she's currently at 18 out of 78.
I can always take care of myself as well.
Listen, I already have it
don't
up,
want
so
to use too much of your own power.
let's
I
not
am
let
here
it
to
go to waste, okay? I want to do this for you. So, just gonna get 3 plus 7 plus 12 plus 10
Are you adding these up?
Yeah, 32.
plus 2 plus 7 plus 8.
That's a great spell.
One more. 9. 9 more.
So 58 total.
It's like the spiritual healer thing, the spiritual healing
Yeah.
spirit. But
Kind
they
of.
nerfed the
Pre-nerf.
shit. Yeah, they nerfed the
Yeah.
shit out of healing spirit. Like, thanks, as if rangers weren't fucking ineffectual enough.
You know,
He said after doing like 100 points of damage. All right.
Quinn, I never get to do anything.
Not a straight ranger. Not a straight ranger.
Quinn's
What kind of ranger are you?
Slightly.
I'm kidding.
A little off to the left.
He's a Power Ranger.
God damn it.
This is the best
Doesn't even the name of the build.
Well done.
Okay, all right.
So basically, this aura is this like bright orange, and like you see little faint hearts kind of around floating throughout it.
It's adorable.
And
Roll's
then,
effectively at full health.
okay, great. So I see Grohl's better, and I'll hit the button again, and it'll back.
Awesome.
Dope.
As it proceeds down, you see that it was lightly illuminating the chamber in these like deep oranges. And as you pull that away, you guys are reminded that the torch is laying in the middle of the room, casting these weird shadows across the space. The corpse has almost become even more emaciated as it lays there on the ground, no longer kept alive through its undead nature. The scepter is still in its fist.
All right. I'm taking it.
Charles, go get it. Go get
Yeah,
it.
you said you wanted it.
Take that thing away from them.
Yeah.
Everybody laughs and laughs and laughs until all of a sudden the monsters start coming. I gotta fight. Of course, I missed most of my shots, but that
Chuck,
doesn't mean
just
I'm not
take the
fighting.
fucking-
And I'm just gonna
Take the
grab
fucking
it.
scepter and shut up. Let's go.
Gladly.
All right, so you scoop it up, I assume.
Yeah.
You pick it up. It seems. It doesn't seem very well balanced, to be honest. It seems more ceremonial than an actual like battle scepter. The extra heft from the gold makes it a bit unwieldy. You've got it in your hands.
I'm just gonna put it in my pack, or I'll offer it. I mean, does anyone want to hold on to this? Anyone find
Can
any
you
sort
set
of?
it down? I mean,
No, it's mine now. I'm taking this.
I mean, can you actually let go of it? Just
Oh,
remember
yeah.
Last time you couldn't actually let go of the thing.
Well, let's try it. And I'll just kind of like toss it lightly, like underhand.
Make a
across the room.
charisma saving throw.
You son of a bitch!
You are back in the astral dimension.
You're in the astral plane with Orcus.
Yeah, he's waiting for you.
I gotta stop eating / picking up everything I find. I'm like a astral traveling toddler.
So you drop it on the ground, and you're like, ding, 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 ding. It doesn't seem like you're bound to it in any way.
I'll turn to Quinn and go, "I told you," and then I'll pick it up.
All right.
Charles, you can put it in my bag if you want.
Yeah, if you don't mind, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll just.
Here you go.
So,
And I'll pull out like a D&D version of a Sharpie marker and write his name on it. Then stick
Do
it back
not
up
eat.
to the bag. Just so I know it is not mine, to be clear.
Okay. So, as a reminder, guys, you were in this rounded chamber that looks like some kind of council chamber. It's got the the throne in the center of it. This now moldering corpse at the back. The door that you guys were initially heading through had slammed closed when the creature came to life, and right now you're closed off in this chamber. It is dark. It is humid, and you can still see those tiny green spores that are floating around aimlessly throughout the space.
Does anything happen with the torch? Because you had said that before the spores were kind of attracted to the torch light, and then they would.
They do appear to be sort of flying towards it on occasion, and then burning the way a moth would to a flame.
Well, actually, is it worthwhile to try to re-put the scepter back where it was? Maybe that'll unlock the door.
Having inspected the scepter and everything for traps, do I have any indication of if it controls the door?
Oh, did you inspect it for traps?
Yeah.
Remember, when it was
I had done, and like it stabbed him in the back of the head and made him even more dead.
No, that was the throne.
That was the throne. The plinth was a good 30 feet from the throne itself. It's like almost in the center of the room.
Oh, that's interesting, because I had said that I wanted to inspect the plinth for traps, not the throne. So I guess
we got in the mixed up.
Yeah.
Do you just want to make a roll? We'll say it was retroactive.
Sure.
Today's vocab word is plinth, by the way. Once a session, somebody uses a weird ass word. What was last one? Was the type of little like strands on a plant? What was it? Cilia. Thank you.
Oh,
great word.
Yeah.
How like Sesame Street now? We have a word of the day.
We'll get everybody prepped for the SATs in no time.
How silly of me to not remember.
Oh, God.
Inspiration. Inspiration.
You could have mine.
That was a 19 on that investigation.
So you did notice in the plinth there was a mechanism. It wasn't a trap. It appeared to be a type of like a pressure, a pressure mechanism.
A slight pressure. Yeah. Okay, Doc.
You wouldn't necessarily notice that when it was in, because where the mechanism is beneath where the staff was. But as you circle around now, you do notice there appears to be a mechanism on the inside of it.
Hey, Chuck. I think that was a great idea. I think you should put your scepter in that hole right there.
You know what they say? Broken clocks right twice a day. Scepter me, Evie.
Okay, it shatters.
Why does everything have to be epic? Why can't we just do things? I don't understand.
You know what?
Cannot help it.
Give me a performance check.
Hell yeah.
Both of us? Is it a team performance check?
You can give him advantage if you want.
All right, I'll help him make that performance.
All right.
He's going to need it.
Wow, same roll both times.
You got to roll over
unusual.
a 10, man. Come on.
13.
So you go, ha, king, and like
Flip it over.
Seems on brand for sure.
and then you do the as the stone door at the very far end now opens back up to its original tall height.
I kind of like cha-cha over to the door.
I'll turn to Shar and I'll just be like, Shar, how did you miss this last time? I mean, it was pretty obvious.
I'm a genius and I love you all. Let's go.
I'll follow Chuck out and I'll cha-cha behind him.
Sirrith
I just put up the hood and kind of disappear and be like, I don't know these people.
Yeah.
Sirrith just looks.
Why are you embarrassed in an empty tomb?
And just puts their hood, like their like chitinous helm, back on and slides it over and just shakes their head and keeps moving.
We can all laugh, but we got the job done.
Like, this is the group that killed like 90% of my bandit crew.
These idiots.
Wait, these are the people who killed my best friends and most honored colleagues?
She was. They were probably more like a subcontractor. So, passing into this area now, you notice the. Let me pop back over to the main the map because we're not going to need this for the moment.
Hear that? No more encounters.
Ow. So, this corridor you begin to pass through is about 30 feet high and about 10 feet wide. To the left and to the right of you, about 10 feet down on either side, are narrow, human-sized doorways. Further on, as it passes even deeper into the depths, fading off to darkness, you're getting more of that fetid, hot wind that brings with the smell of rot and plant matter and mildew and mold. It is pitch black out to a certain distance, although, Chuck, you can see far, much further than anybody else, and at about the 100-foot mark, you do see another tall doorway, a tall, narrow doorway. This hallway is pretty much unadorned.
Well, just a normal hallway, I'm sure. And I'll just start walking.
Oh,
Which way? Hold on.
Hang on,
to his collar again.
Can I move along slowly, checking for traps as I go?
All right, yeah. Let's send Quinn in first. I'll say after he's walked in front of me.
Go ahead and give me 3 investigation checks, which will cover the length of the hallway if you want to go all the way to the far door.
Okay. Investigation. Okay. 23. 21 and 26.
As you comb through the passageway, the first 2/3 of it completely clear. The last third, you notice a very light rise to one of the plates on the ground, and as you get a little closer, you realize it is raised slightly to release some kind of mechanism.
Can
As-
I?
As he's doing that, I just want to cast Mending on Floofy while we're kind of moving along. So
Sure.
just so you know, just to get him back up to full health.
Yeah, it takes Quinn about 5 or 6 minutes to actually go down the full length of the hallway, so you could cast it a couple of times if you needed to.
Can I disable this one? Is there any way that I can I see underneath it? Anything like that?
It honestly looks it's so tightly crafted into this space that it almost has an imperceptible line around it. It is so finely crafted in this little area. The masonry is so straight on. It's like one of those. I don't know if you've seen these internet videos, but like when you see things that have been like machine cut, and it'll be like somebody drops like a cylinder into a rounded thing, and then as soon as it goes flush, it disappears. That's the sort of situation you're looking at right now, where only by like blowing sand over top of it, that's in the corners of this hallway, you can see where the granules catch.
Okay.
It does not look like you can disable it necessarily, but you have a clear idea of where it is.
Okay. I'm gonna get out my charcoal and draw a big square around it.
Okay.
Giving it some space too, and I'm gonna say, Chuck, don't step here.
I have the dexterity of a antelope.
And
I like kind of like melodramatically and sarcastically like jump over it.
Okay. Fair enough.
Oh, I'm taking it seriously, all right. Listen, I've gotten hit by enough goddamn poison darts to know how to avoid a pressure plate.
Oh, I know. I was there. They hit me too. Thank you.
As he walks into another pressure plate.
Click.
Yeah, it's hit in the face with like one of those big metal like spike walls. Just sends it back 30 feet.
A literal Chuck quote is traps are meant to be set off.
Yes, that is
So,
a literal quote.
as a quick reminder, point of order, you guys are now at the end of the hallway to where the trap is, or at least some of you are. Evie, you were still towards the beginning with Floofy as you're repairing Floofy. Groll and Sirrith are both at the beginning of the hallway. There are multiple exits to this hallway. There's the tall one at the far end, which is about 100 feet away, which Quinn and Chuck are currently closest to. There's also the two side passages off to the side that have human-sized doorways. If you guys like, you can head down the one at the end, or you can explore either one of the two to your left and to your right.
Are all the doors closed? Like, wait,
There
what do
are
the
no
doors look like?
doors. They are doorways. They are archways.
Oh, got it. Okay. And we can't see anything past it, right?
It's dark.
You can shine a torch in to see if you need to. You'd have to kind of walk into the room a bit to get a good sense of where it is.
But just to clarify, the door, the non-human sized one is actually closed, right?
It is not. These are all tall ways. They are not archways. They are not closed doors.
Thank you. Yeah.
So as you're now 100 feet forward, you can see into that far chamber, which I'll describe as soon as we figure out if we want to head into any of these secondary rooms or anything.
Can I cast detect magic to try to see if I can feel any presences?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead. So as soon as you do, you notice the room that you're currently looking in. There does not appear to be anything magical at all in that space. It's fairly dark without dark vision, but you can see there's a bit of torchlight streaming into this room. You see the wet, moldering remains of what might have been living quarters at some point, but it's hard to get a good sense of the true purpose of this room. But you're seeing bits and chunks of what might have been stone slabs covered with something that have completely been crushed and fallen in over a long period of time. Looks like partially the ceiling collapsed in this area, as the portion above you appears like it's mostly natural, and there are giant stonework chunks that have fallen into the center of this room. Does not appear to be any magic there. As you turn around, you get a clear sense of magic from the other room, which Guardian is currently looking into. And Guardian, as you look into that room, you notice this one also is fairly collapsed inward. Deep beneath that pile of rubble, there is a clear sense of magic. It is like a 1 foot by 1 foot, like blurry shape that you can see beneath the stone.
And that's the one that you said was like human shaped, right?
Yes, one of the two human shaped doors.
Just as a point of order, I've got my pen light out as I'm working on Floofy, so I've got a little bit of luminance.
So you've got about 30 feet of light around you too?
Yeah. Let me double check the light on that, because I don't think it's quite 30, but let me double check.
You said 20 last time.
I think it's 20.
Char, did
Oh
you
no,
remove-
it's a 5-foot radius of light.
So that's less than 20 if I'm doing my math
It's
right.
a pen light, so I mean it's not going to do.
But it's like a quill light? Actually,
Yeah,
I think...
it's just like a little.
When did the first mechanical pen come about? The first fountain pen?
This is when I lose the game of Timeline, if you've ever played that.
Oh, timeline's great.
Do you mean an actual kind of pen, or like a fountain pen with
I think like
a cartridge in it and everything?
Cartridge in it. Fountain pen.
Oh.
Because those
Those
likely exist in the most high-tech places in the world.
827.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
By
So
Pentranch Ponaru.
that's...
You're
you-
making
those are
that up.
words. Yeah.
And you're so
Yeah,
making
that's
that
total
up.
bullshit.
Sarah Lumiere.
By
probably-
one Jorvis Winkleton.
That makes more sense. Anyway, are you moving into that room that you see the magic in? That Guardian's currently looking into.
Yeah, I'll tell the group that I sense something there, and then I'll make my way in. see what I can
Okay.
find.
This room
is this back in the other room? Like
It's-
Dan,
it's about-
Chuck,
it's
and I
about-
are way far away.
Yeah,
Right?
you and Chuck are about 100 feet away from this group. As you walk in, it's just big. It's a big pile of rubble, basically, as the stonework above has collapsed in to reveal a natural ceiling above, cracks and fissures throughout that kind of run down the sides of the walls. But you still, I think it's up for like 10 minutes or so, I believe. So it's still a clear sense, like it's so close that you could reach it beneath this pile.
Can I search the pile?
Give me a strength athletics check.
I'll help her out.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, it's gonna be 18.
It's not bad. You begin rolling the heavier chunks off the side, and as you begin to plunge your hand in, you're like scratching and scraping your hand deeper into this hole, and you feel a smooth, almost stone surface. And as you begin to pull back more of that rubble, you can see now the corner of what looks to be like a big cube of stone, of finely crafted
a
marble.
box of shoes, a box of boots, even.
What? You just like pops up. There's who's in there?
Dibs!
It's a Jordan logo on the side of it.
Nike swoosh.
Out
There's
of my
a,
way.
as you
magical.
unveil that, Guardian comes up beside you and pulls the bigger chunks off and lifts this giant chunk as you pull the box out. Now you now have a 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot stone cube that is glowing faintly with magical energy.
Well, what is it?
Can I figure? Do I recognize anything about it? Is it just? It's just a box, right?
Either an investigation check or an arcana check.
Can I
I'm
help
gonna
it
do an
with an
arcana
arcana
check.
check?
You can, yes, you can, Evie.
28.
This appears to be some kind of protective case for something that is typically unstable or has the potential to be manipulated by magic or potentially dispelled and rendered useless. So there's this protective stone case around it with some protective words on it. You recognize as you kind of turn it in your hands. Though without an identify spell, you're not totally sure of the nature of what this box is.
Can I cast identify?
You wanted to take a look at it, or
I'll do it as a ritual though, so it'll take about 10 minutes.
Takes 10 minutes? Okay. During that time, both Quinn and Chuck, you guys, I imagine, begin heading back as they disappear into one room and you can hear like rocks and shit moving around.
Yep.
Pretty sure it's not shoes, unfortunately, but
So
I'll figure it out.
You set it down in the center of the room, trace a big circle around it, you pull out your notes and you pull out some of your personal little implements that allow you to identify. There is a heavy sense of abjuration magic around this cube. These are clearly protective wards to protect what's inside from outside influence. You notice there's a ward placed on it to resist damage and to make the box itself resistant to non-magical damage.
Okay.
With your investigation check as well, it was Arcana or investigation? It was Arcana. Never mind.
I rolled Arcana. Yeah.
Okay.
Have I gotten to the box yet?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you and Quinn are both there. This whole room is kind of filled now with you guys. It's a pretty tight space. Sirrith is sort of standing in the doorway. Grohl is kind of lazily looking around, writing in her notebook.
You want me to shoot this box until it opens?
Probably not the best idea. Seems volatile.
All right. Well, I'm out of ideas, and I'm gonna wait in the hallway.
Can you repeat real quick what it was identified as? Abjuration, but also
There are protective wards that make it resistant to non-magical damage. The stone box itself. So if somebody were to try to like smash it with a hammer or shoot it with a gun, a non-magical gun, it would resist the damage.
Well, joke's on you, God.
It also has a giant biohazard sticker on top of it.
This is obviously a container of some kind.
Yeah. It appears to have, my best guess is that it has a, perhaps this is an arcane lock, or it has a arcane trap, perhaps, that if somebody were to open it, it might do some damage. So,
why don't we put it on the pressure plate?
We want to be careful with it for now. But I can try to dispel this magic that is protecting it. But we don't know what's inside, so it might, whatever is inside might be worse than what is on the outside, you know?
I agree.
But I'm down to find out.
Yeah, I'd love to know.
What's in the box, you know?
I have no ways to open this, but yes, I am also curious to see what's in the box.
I have 1 to 2 ways to open this box, and I'm gonna summon my gun again.
What's the other way?
Eldritch Blast, but it's through my gun.
I'm gonna shoot it, or I'm gonna shoot it.
I'm gonna shoot it, or I'm gonna shoot it magically.
Are there any other signs in the room that would point to maybe possibly what's in the box? Like, are there any bodies, or are there any...
Is Gwyneth Paltrow's body somewhere in the room?
Body.
What's in the box?
Oh, it was her out there.
I mean,
listen, if Gwyneth Paltrow is anywhere nearby, it's a goop box. I'm sorry.
For sure.
That was
No,
a
for sure.
rather
Just a bunch of
goopy
crystals
battle.
and stones.
It was.
So, as you pour through more of the rubble, whatever might have been here one time has been destroyed by the cave-in, and has molded away from time and erosion. So, the only reason this box has survived as long as it has is likely because it's magical.
Quinn, do you still hear humming in your head?
Sure
I never
do.
heard humming. I heard voices.
Or voices?
Voices. Yeah, they rise, they dig deep, they scare the shit out of me, whatever. Yeah.
Do they sound about the same? Like, are they still saying the same thing, or did they get louder, quieter?
Rise for the reaping, dig ever deeper. They will come again, is what you hear in the back of your mind.
Yeah, it's about the same. It's about the same. Wait, and so I put my head near the box.
Actually, seems to make the voices a little quieter.
Can I hold on to this? And I just hold it.
The box is big and it's heavy, by the way. The thing weighs about 50 pounds. This box
As
is
he-
about 50 pounds.
I just put it on my shoulder.
As he does
You're
that,
like a
now that I can
boombox.
kind of see the bottom of it, can I investigate it for any glyphs of warding that might be on it that are
Investigate for clips forwarding. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead and make an
just to
investigation.
see? I mean, as funny as it would be if it exploded right next to Quinn's head.
Classic comedy.
Yeah. That's a 28.
As you see Quinn pick it up and begin to raise it, you see a slight shimmer, and you grab it and hold it there for a second. You recognize immediately trap words, evocation runes that are etched into the bottom of this box.
It's a trap.
This is a trap.
Do you announce that to the rest of the group, or?
Oh yeah. Quinn. This is definitely trapped.
I'm gonna summon a pistol, cock it, and then fire, but it shoots out a mage hand. Everybody stand back. I'm opening the goddamn box.
Hold on.
Get it
Wait.
far away.
Everybody wait. Everybody wait. Okay, I have experience with this. I know what we have to do, but let me read what we have to do to disarm it.
As she's reading, I just set it down and fucking back out of the door.
The mage hand is gonna flip her off.
Alright, see you later.
Yeah, Sirrith has backed a good 40 feet back into the other room where the other cave-in is.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm heading.
Yeah.
Like, so that there's actually stone walls between me and that box.
As you walk into the room, Sirrith is just like... Because they're like almost around the corner and sort of lean against it.
I mean, DM question, like, I'm trying to read what... Can it only be must it only be triggered in order for it to be dispelled, or can it... Is that the only way to get rid of a glyph of warding, is the question? Because I'm trying...
Dispel it.
You can dispel it?
You have to match the...
Okay.
You have to match the spell level or make a
Okay.
Intelligence check.
I will attempt... listen, Charles, it will be... We can trigger it, and it can do its damage, or I can attempt to dispel it, and we can maybe perhaps not suffer any of the consequences.
All right, listen, and I'm gonna lean in real close. If there's anybody I trust in this group, it's you. So do your thing, and then I'm gonna walk away.
That, Chuck. I
I'm
heard
gonna...
You and your goddamn pointy ears didn't hear a fucking thing. And then I'm gonna walk over towards him.
I appreciate that, but it is probably unwise. Okay, so I will attempt to dispel. But everybody clear the room, okay?
Yeah, I'll take cover by the door.
Like, clear the room.
What's the range on dispel? How far away are you dispelling?
120 feet.
So you want to get as far back as you can?
Yeah, and kind of, if everybody piles back out of the door, and...
Box is still in the room, you guys, everybody piles out. You can, to maintain line of sight from where the box is, you can move back about 40 feet into the other room where the other cave-in is. That's about as far back you can get to still maintain line of sight.
Okay.
Okay? Alright, so... Go ahead. What level are you casting Dispel at?
Let me see what that's +4. We'll do it at 2.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a d20 roll, please.
$16 plus. Okay. I add my modifier, right?
I believe you add your modifier.
Yeah.
So that'll be a 20, a total for 20.
Okay.
Nice.
So you reach out, wait for a minute, and then cast the spell. The box doesn't move, but you feel the arcane energy whipped away from the outside.
It's basically like I pull out a little mechanical thing on little wheels. Mm-hmm. It's like a little bomb ordnance.
Okay.
but like kind of. Yeah, this
Just
one's like
hurt locker.
It's Hot Wheels size. So it kind of rolls in, and then it kind of.
I like to picture Evie with the goggles down, crouched down in a squat with like a bent cigarette in her mouth.
Yeah.
This like little stone and crystal dial in her hand, and it's like driving it ever closer. Everybody, shut up! I need to concentrate.
Chuck is just prestidigitating a flame to light her cigarette again. Hey, you
just
got
one
this.
bead of
Wiping the
sweat.
wiping, dabbing sweat off of her.
Mage handing the sweat away.
Okay.
So
it's actually made out of a tin, like an old food tin. With like
that's amazing. It's got these two prongs sticking out. One's made of crystal, one's made of steel. And as it goes forward, it just touches into the box, and there's those little jolts, and then the magic is gone.
Perfect. Okay. I think it worked. Actually, I know it worked. Okay, let's go in. I'm gonna head in, and
Follow.
who would like to do the honors?
I
Can I
can.
check it? Can I check it for traditional traps first?
Yes. Go ahead and check for traps.
I will once again go, and then I'm guessing Quinn like elbows me out of the way.
Hold on, Chuck. That's a investigation. Natural 20 for 28.
It is both trapped and locked.
Okay.
He lets Chuck go forward.
All right, Chuck, it's all you. No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
No,
Wow, come on.
No, it's trapped and it's locked. So give me just a second here and
2 rolls.
2 rolls.
Trapped and
Okay. Oh God, that was almost another nat 20. What's my modifier for this? For the trap.
It's dexterity, I believe.
Okay, and that's 18.
Okay.
Yeah, 18.
Which are you doing first, the lock or the trap?
That was the. Well, I want to untrap it before I try to unlock it because I don't know if the lock is going to trigger the trap.
Okay. So, you're like, okay, I think I got it. And you look down, there's like a little bit of red kind of spreading from the center of your chest. It's like a little, like a spike has been driven in, and there's a thin metal wire that runs to the box. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh God.
You all right, Quinn?
Quinn, you
I'll say like at Quinn's back, and I can't see. I can't see the spike in his chest.
That would have been great, but you have something in your chest.
What? Oh God.
Hey, Evie, that's a heart.
Oh, that was a 16 on the con check.
Okay. That is unfortunately a failure. As an arc of electricity runs along the wire into your chest, you immediately drop, like you try to drop the box, and you were just, like you guys hear him going, it's just being electrocuted and like fried. You're gonna take 28 points of lightning damage.
Oh my god.
I have resistance to lightning, so I will take
14.
14.
Chuck's also dumb, so the second he seizes up, he would for sure try to grab Quinn out of the way.
Just like a chain of like.
I'm fine taking damage for that. I just think it's what Chuck would do.
He'll take half of the half, so
Okay.
7.
7. Okay. But it is. The trap is disarmed.
Oh, good.
As you are now holding the box, your arms slightly smoking, and you just.
Does it smell like burning teeth to you? God damn it. Ugh.
Grove,
Are you
can
all
you help these boys out?
Oh, I'm okay. Listen, I just want to take care of this trap.
Fine. Grohl
Thanks,
puts a hand
you.
on your shoulder if you want to have Grohl cast any healing spells, and then go ahead and give me your roll for the to unlock it.
Is that sleight of hand? That's sleight of hand, right?
No, it's also a dexterity roll plus your tool proficiency.
Oh god, that's okay. So that's Jesus, like 30? No.
30 adjacent.
So you need help with
30.
that.
It's 30. It's
Yeah.
30. Yeah.
Whether you were energized by the electricity, or maybe it was just maybe you just had to really focus this time because you didn't want that to happen again. Very deftly. And you notice that on the outside of the stone box, all of the mechanisms that run around the side of it are very thinly inlaid with metal, but are otherwise made of stone. The lock is made of stone, with stone tumblers. It's very unique in construction. It's both primitive and advanced at the same time. Whatever technology they had to cut the stone in such a fine, precise pattern does not exist today. And as you open the heavy lid of this small cube, there is a very finely crafted wooden box within.
It was a box.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Within a box.
There was a box in the box?
All right, listen.
This reminds me of my 12th birthday. I just don't like. Yeah,
We opened up the last box, your method. We're opening up this one, my method.
Wait.
No, I don't even.
I'm gonna try to stop him.
I'd like slap his hands away.
All right. So you guys are now fighting over this small box. It's actually quite light in your hands.
Pretty crazy to think about how lame everybody is.
Before I even pick it up, I check the area for any pressure plates or anything like that.
Check around it. Give me an investigation check for me, please.
That was a good one. 27.
Is not trapped. Is not trapped. Is not locked. It's got a simple metal clasp on the front of it. The box is made of some kind of it feels like wood, but is much firmer to the touch. But it has like a wood grain across it.
Okay, Jar, is there still magic coming from this at all?
Do I still sense magic coming from it at all?
Oh yeah,
definitely.
It's much stronger. Much stronger.
Okay.
It's coming from right inside of there.
Okay. I'm gonna set it down, and I go, Chuck, maybe now with the mage hand thing?
Alrighty.
Step back a little bit from it.
And I'll aim and shoot out another mage hand.
All right. Mage hand comes out, flips the latch, opens the small box, and I don't want to spoil the any of the other streams, popular D&D streams you guys might watch. I swear I didn't steal this from anybody. I've had this plan for a while. As you open it, there's a soft, plush, spongy kind of material, and there are 17 indents, kind of in a circle, and then one in the center. You notice that only 2 of those indents currently have anything in them. In the center is a small steel rod that forks at the top, and then in one of the circular patterns, kind of off to the right, is another one of these tuning forks, apparently made of some sort of like gemstone, but it's got a fork at the end and the fork at the top. So it's got 2 tuning forks on it at either end.
And one's made out of crystal and one's made out of metal of some kind. Should I cast or should I identify these? Or should actually can I make an Arcana check first or a history check?
Yeah,
just
an Arcana check. Do you can do it without a spell slot?
Yeah.
Additionally, Chuck, you notice that as on the top of the box, written into very dense, small writing, is some kind of formula.
With Eyes of the Runekeeper,
with the Eyes of the Runekeeper, you could read it, much like you could read a math equation on the board, but you can't necessarily put 2 and 2 together as to what it is without an Arcana check.
Can I, even though I don't have proficiency in Arcana, can I grant advantage with being able to read the formula? Can I take the help action? Yeah. Is really what I'm asking.
Yeah, sure.
Sweet. So that is 27 Arcana check.
These are tuning forks that are used specifically for the transportation between planes. The one that you are holding, the steel one, is attuned to the material plane. As you ring it, the other one you see is very curious. You don't quite know where it goes. It's made of gem and it shouldn't ring at all, but when you tap it, it creates this dual ringing, a low tone and a high tone at the same time. That's both like cacophonic and beautiful at the same time.
Well, guys, This is pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. I've only read about it, but I did not think it existed. I thought it was just, fantasy of everybody else, thinking it would be cool. But it's actually something that allows you to travel between planes.
What
This
was
is
that
real.
Arcana check for you, Chuck?
Oh, I was just using the help action, but I can roll.
Oh, okay. If whoever wants to roll the Arcana check then to understand the inscription on the inside of the box.
3.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I thought I was helping her just by being able to
That's
read.
fine. Yeah. That's fine. Give me a roll. Give me our Arcana roll with advantage from Evie, please.
Another one? She just rolled.
Right.
Yeah, because this is for something different.
Okay.
Right. Because
This is not for the forks.
I did an Arcana
Or
check to
the
check
box.
out what the forks were.
Yeah.
And you're
Gotcha.
doing it
So
to
this is
see
on the
what they're
box.
reading.
I don't mind reading it out to Evie, but it's like a barely literate person trying to read math.
There's a 4, and then there's 2 squiggly lines. I don't know what they mean.
Yeah. Well, it's the set containing.
Okay, I'm just referring to my notes here.
Are you making the Arcana check?
Yes. What is that? 16 plus 8 is 24.
Okay. It's a lot of high checks to figure out what this is. This is very clearly, you can see that these things are attached to each other. The inscription on the inside of the box is the formula for the plane shift spell. So, it functions in the same way that a spell scroll would, should you need to transcribe it or learn it. It also, in your case, Evie, counts as the blueprint for a schema. If you were to enchant a rod, a steel rod, or piece of wood with the inscription that you can read on there, you now have the schema for the plane shift spell.
And I would have to dismantle the
You'd have to dismantle the box, basically.
The box in order to get it, that I could use it.
Correct.
Amazing. Plane shift spell? What? That's nuts.
I'll tell you what, the planes are a pretty wild place.
And I will say aloud, it's a plane shift spell. What? That's nuts. Oh my god. You guys, do you know what this means? Okay, so you know all the crazy things that happen out in the wasteland, like crazy things that show up in the middle of nowhere for no good reason. It means that we can just go. Well, actually, Charles, don't you know about traveling to different planes?
Yeah, spent some time on the astral plane.
Okay, so this means you can go back anytime if you let me do some work and figure out how to dismantle the spell and then add it to my... Anyway, anytime you want to go back, we can send you back there.
I'm gonna narrow all of my 50 eyes. I just go, I suppose I could go back. I got some friends on the other side.
We can go explore and do cool things, and maybe there's I immediately want to start getting started. I'll throw down the cube for the little thing to pop up, and I'll walk in and just shut the door behind me.
Okay, so
aren't we supposed to be doing something here, Evie?
I can't hear you.
Basically,
Knock on the door.
Hello?
might as well be a short rest at this point because it's going to take you, I believe, a full hour to figure that out. So let's go ahead and take a 15-minute break while we're here, so Dan does not starve to death and waste away, and then we'll try to we can be back at 2:15 for the remainder of our little journey here.
Cool.
Cool.
Okay, guys, we'll chat in 15 minutes.
we're back.
So yeah, there was just like a giant pile of them in the middle of the room. The weird part is like there was no doors or windows. You had to like get in through the ceiling. I don't know. I'm not really sure what the whole deal with that was, but
So how'd you clean it all up?
I had to hire a guy, and it was not cheap.
Oof. Yeah,
Right.
I hear that.
I mean, cleaning up
you
that
kinda
kind of
get
thing.
What you deserve. You can, I mean, you
If you go to Mexico in this time of year, it's just what's going to happen.
That's fair. Yeah.
They actually, that was one of the first warnings I heard from people from me telling people that I was going there. It was insane. Anyway,
Wait,
like I said earlier, we are
Are we
back.
live?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
shit.
okay.
okay. So, hey everybody.
I'll talk to you later about the bloodstains and all that, but we'll get back to it.
Yeah, it's like you have to use like baking soda or something to get an effort.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
welcome back, everybody. We're fueled up. We're ready to go for the last little leg of this journey as we figure out what the hell is going on inside this sunken town underneath the shade of this massive, hundreds of feet high tree. You guys had just found a scroll of basically the formula for the plane shift spell, as well as 2 tuning forks. One that you don't know where it goes, and the other one attuned to the material plane. So before we hop back in for the real thing, let's get a quick message from our sponsor, Dan.
So this week our episode is sponsored by the Wilson Record Exchange, which they've asked me to clarify because apparently there's been a lot of issues. They do not sell any physical records, but you just go to them to tell them of a recent world record that you would like to challenge, and they will just respond with someone who works the shop who has beaten your world record. It's a very honestly, I appreciate that they're sponsoring us, but just as a service to our viewers, I got to be honest, it's a really frustrating process because no matter how many times, like let's say like I was there hanging out at the store for a while and I watched a guy come in and he said, I have the longest fingernails. They're 4 feet long fingernails, and they go, I'm really sorry. The world record is 4 feet 1 inch, and it's just kind of like that for every time you go in. So, but honestly, if you find them and you want to give them some money, that's great. They're doing great stuff. I again am completely unsure of how their business plan works, but God bless them for supporting the stream and supporting independent Dungeons and Dragons play. Yeah. So come down to the Wilson Record Exchange to be told that your record is just 1 or 2 points shy of something great.
Thanks,
Wilson.
Record Exchange.
Wilson Record Exchange or Records Exchange?
Records Exchange.
Okay.
And again, that's where a lot of the difficulty comes in because, my God, nonstop people are coming in with vinyl, and they do not sell vinyl. There, they just sell. And I'm using the word "sell" really liberally. They sell disappointment. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm trying to sell that. Nobody bought. I don't understand.
So, you guys now are in the center of this hallway, 100 feet away from the tall doorway that leads into what you had seen, Chuck, as a vast open cavern. You couldn't quite see all the way in from where you were standing, but you felt the hot air pushing in from that space, and could smell more of that fetid, rotting plant smell as you got closer to that doorway.
This is the large doorway, right?
The large doorway that you'd been in front of before.
All right.
So wasn't Evie like trying to open up a planar fucking doorway or some shit?
To paint a picture, her workshop unfolds and it looks very much like the front of her junkyard back in Bastion, or on the outskirts of Bastion. But on the front, it says "Keep Out," kind of in like hand painted lettering, and then underneath that it says "Especially you, Shar." And then outside the front door is Floofy, who is guarding the door. So She's busy working in there, deciphering the schema. And
Okay.
then I don't know if there's time. What level spell is that?
Let me double check.
Because she may not be able to cast it.
Yeah, you may not be able to.
And if
Shift,
that's
right?
How,
It's a high level
how long
spell.
is this going on for? You said it was going to be a short rest?
1 hour.
Okay.
So it is a 7th level spell. What's the highest spell level that you get to?
I think
At 20th. 5 is the highest you get.
5.
Okay. This, with the way that the artificers work, this can be used with a sort of eldritch machine. It's something that will take a certain amount of money to build on its own, but you can build the schema a while, and then I'll get you the stats on the eldritch machine for later. Basically, a shopping list on the things you need to put together to cast a spell that is multiple levels above what you can cast.
awesome. Also, would she know that is the situation, and would she be able to cast it with it as in its actual, get it to work, get the plane shifting thing to work in its current state?
I can't remember. Let me double check. You might. I don't know if you need. I think you can probably just cast it. Let me see.
Because she would not want to destroy
Spell
it.
scroll bears the words of a single spell written in a mystical cipher. If the spell is on your class spells list, you can read the scroll and cast the spell without providing any material components. Otherwise, the scroll is unintelligible. Casting the spell by reading the scroll requires the spell's normal casting time. Once the spell is cast, the words in the scroll fade and it comes to dust. In your case, it is a schema, so it's a little different. If the spell is on your class's spell list but of a higher level that you can normally cast, you must make an ability check using your spell modifier to determine whether you can cast successfully. So basically, that's what you have to do to effectively cast this. Is you would need to make an intelligence or making a ability check using your spell casting modifier to cast it from the scroll.
Would it still be destroyed?
Yes.
Okay, so it's either decipher, choose to unlock the schema so that we have that spell, but wait to do that in order for me to have the machine, or it's cast it once now and see what it does.
And as a heads up, this is actually, and we're both figuring this out too as we sort of figure out the mechanism for the way the schema work and how crafting magical items works and everything. This is a 7th level spell, so it's considered very rare, which means that the workshop that you currently have cannot quite cannot quite transcribe that spell yet. You would need to upcast it, I believe, at its at a higher level to be able to transcribe it.
Okay.
If we go back to the thing that I sent you
Yeah.
a while back.
Right.
So yeah, I gave you something that is a little above our pay grade currently, but will be relevant the further we go in.
So just so we can kind of move on from this, tell me what I can do right now, or to kind of
Right now,
how far can I get now with what I have?
right now you can transcribe it, but you can't quite actually 3D print the schema so that you can replicate it or create anything outside of just the scrawlings that you have. It is not a spell scroll necessarily.
Okay.
You basically have like pulled apart the entire spell, and it is now like on a tack board in front of you with a bunch of like red strings attached to all the different runes to try to put them into the correct order so that you can allow your schema creator to pump out that rod with all of the intricate scrawlings along its edge.
And once I do that, I will need the machine to actually use it.
Yep.
Nice. Cool. All right, I'll do what I can then at that point, and then pack up my shop when that's done.
Perfect. So that counts as a short rest because it takes an hour to do that. So go ahead, guys, and roll your hit dice if you need them.
Join.
And we will go ahead and begin moving forward as soon as you guys are ready.
Alrighty.
Let me reread the spell I sent you.
So, this reading break brought to you. Wait.
Brought to you by the Disney original film, Johnny Tsunami.
So this is a heads up to people who are watching and people who are not Evie. The spell she's casting is called Timiphides Wandering Workshop.
Timiphides.
Yep. When you cast a spell, the tiny metal cube used in the spell unfolds rapidly into a workshop, laboratory, smithy, woodshop, or other area appropriate to the tools you are proficient with. The space occupies a 10-foot cube and is large enough for 2 medium creatures to work comfortably inside. While inside this space, the time and material cost used to create magical and non-magical items is reduced by 50%. Additionally, this space provides you with the means to decipher schema written in a language you don't know up to a rarity tier 3, which is rare. So rarity tier 4 would be very rare. Rarity tier 5 would be legendary. You can also use the space to encode schema of your own, inscribing a spell you know into a portable form. Schema must be encoded on a non-magical piece of wood, metal, or stone at least 1 foot in length and costs 200 GP per level of spell required to cast it, so on and so forth. Basically, giving artificers a way to actually create magical items that aren't tied to their infusions necessarily, or not just like a spell storing item that you only get one of.
That's tight.
Interesting.
And
Smelts at it again.
Timothy Smelts, the legendary artificer himself.
Yeah.
All right, so with you guys now, all of your stuff rolled, let's go ahead and push forward. As you continue down the hallway, stepping around the charcoal-marked pressure plate Quinn had so graciously marked for everybody, like kind of pushing Chuck aside a bit. You guys enter into
I wasn't gonna step on it. I listen.
You enter into a vast subterranean cavern. First and foremost, what you see is about 30 feet of worked stone that is actually what looks like the remains of a staircase that is going down from right to left. Across that is a massive open space. There's sunlight filtering down from above with beams of light sort of in a haphazard pattern, as most of the light is blocked off by the massive root structure above you, as all of these roots from the tree above drape down now into the subterranean cavern, and they sort of crown and consume a tall stepped ziggurat in the center of this massive cavern. This cavern is probably about 3/4 of a mile long, and lit by the subterranean, by the sunlight streaming down from the top. There is a crumbling city at the feet of this ziggurat. You can see in the distance at the top of this pyramid, completely wound around by roots and vines, is a tall statue with 4 arms that's almost completely consumed. And beneath that, there is a light blue glow that radiates upward, shining outward from the central root structure, as if something deep within is illuminating from the inside. These roots are every bit as huge as this root structure is every bit as huge as the ziggurat itself, and it creates almost like a melding of stone and organic stalagmite structure column that is in the center of this gigantic chamber. The city itself, additionally, is flooded to what looks like the second story beneath. As you look down into that cavern, it is a good 100 feet down to the closest rooftop, and you can see the city streets are completely flooded with water.
Well, I met very few ziggurats that I did like, so let's see what's up with that.
Yeah, the whole taking our time and investigating didn't do much for us before, did it? We should probably just
Thank you.
go in guns blazing. Can I look around for any tracks or anything, any indications? Because we're here to find these people, right? So
Give
can I
me
look for some of that?
Survival check. Give me a survival check.
25.
Oh yeah. As you look around in this area, you can see a fair amount of dust has begun to accumulate on these upper levels of bits of debris falling from above. You can see clear signs of a small party that had moved through this space not too long ago. You can tell that there's still a film of dust over the prints themselves, so it's been a couple of days, but it looks like a party of about 6 had moved through the space down the stairs around this giant wrapping staircase deeper into the cavern.
Okay, well, people we're looking for, heading this way, friends.
So, as you guys all
That's where we need to go.
begin to travel down the stairs, this winding staircase now, it sort of goes around the exterior of this part of the cavern. It looks like it might have been part of something larger as you look up towards the top, and where it should connect to a landing, it's been completely sheared off. You can see another 25 feet across is where the rest of the stairway continues, which then ends again in nothingness. That whole upper part of the staircase seemingly sheared off by some sort of seismic event. But as you're winding down the lower portion, you're getting closer to what looks like a landing on a rooftop, large and circular, with the remains of what might have been a tree or some kind of giant mushroom or something, but it's nothing now but a moldering, rotted stump in the center of this rounded plaza, the size of a rooftop. And as you begin to get down to that level, the intensity of the voices begins to amplify. Because of that short rest, I also need everybody except Guardian and Floofy to please make a Constitution saving throw.
Does Sirrith still need to make one?
Sirrith does not need to make one. Sirrith is wearing their helmet.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll a 10, and then Grohl is gonna roll a 4.
Okay. Evie, what do you got?
24.
2. I'm sorry.
5. And what do you have, Char?
22.
22. Okay. So, and what do you have, Quinn?
18.
18. Okay. So, both Chuck and Grohl, you guys both hear the voices now as well, pretty clearly. They're saying the same thing they were saying before. Rise for the reaping, grow ever deeper. They will come again. And now, with everybody else in this space, you guys all begin to hear the voices, but you guys don't hear them in your heads. You hear them coming from the surrounding city, from beneath you, from out in front of you, from above you in places. As your eyes begin to adjust to the gloom, you can see there are huddled forms of people all across the city. Some of them in the fetal position, some of them crouched down, some of them laying flat. They all seem to almost be inert, looking like clumps of matter and debris strewn about the city like they were the result of some giant explosion. At this distance now, too, you begin to see a bit of a glint from the ziggurat in the center. And I assume with your gilded gazers peering a little closer, you see tributes. Years and years of tributes collected and laid on the stairs of the ziggurat. Glints of gold and gems and artifacts, statues, crates, barrels, bags, burlap. There's what looks like half of some kind of vessel that's ended up there.
So, Am I the only one that's hearing these voices right now?
No, I hear them.
Yes.
Definitely hear him.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Now more of you are
guys.
hearing this?
Evie, you hear them now, but you hear them from around you. You don't hear them here. You hear them coming from the people in the city around you now. So everyone hears them, but only Chuck, Grohl, and Quinn are actually hearing them in their heads.
Got it.
I'm starting to think that maybe something weird is happening here.
What gave it away?
Oh, yeah?
Very astute observation.
Thank you.
Do the people look dead? Or
Make an insight check.
alive? Or are they moving? Is this...
Make an insight or perception.
Let's go with perception. 18.
They, on first glance, they look kind of dead. They are, if they're not dead, they are severely malnourished. The people that you can see from where you are, the few that are more in like almost like a hunched over sort of crouching position or fetal position, are so emaciated that they appear to be almost skeletal. But you hear the murmuring around you, the words being spoken now. So somebody's speaking, and it sounds like a chorus from around you as it echoes through the entire city in unison.
Can I see their mouths moving, or?
Not at the distance you're at currently.
Okay.
The closest one is over 60 feet away.
Okay.
You guys are on this platform now, this plaza that's built on the top of one of the larger cylindrical buildings. You can see throughout this space a very familiar architecture type. This looks a lot like Bastion. And as you guys are looking through this space here, you can see some of them are standing on some of the other rooftops. Some of them are on lower levels in other areas that have not quite been submerged by some of the streams of water that pour down from some unknown aquifer that pours into this lower space. Some of them are much higher up than you are in other buildings that sort of cant strangely out of the central flooded chamber. They appear to be all around. And as you look around too, you can see there are makeshift bridges that have been dropped down to make your way through the city along these rooftops here. They appear mostly made of wood, but some of them are toppled stone and columns. Some of them look to be made from some sort of the cap of some strange fungus that's been grown. That appears to be growing off the sides of some of these buildings, almost like steps, natural-made steps. This whole space is covered in the same strange creeping vines, and additionally, some of those vines have created bridges and walkways through some of the buildings, through and around some of the buildings.
Is there a discernible safe path via these bridges and makeshift walkways to the ziggurat?
Give me a perception check.
Yikes, 5.
The path that you can see is not the most direct route. You were hoping for a much quicker path through. This one seems to wind almost halfway around this 3/4 of a mile wide chamber, towards the back, towards actually what looks like might actually be the front of the ziggurat. You guys appear to almost have come in from the back.
I'll turn to Quinn and I'll say, you are a pathfinder, no?
I'm okay at tracking and that sort of stuff.
Do you think you can suss out a way for us to get to that place over there?
Are we looking to avoid the people down there?
Might be smart to avoid crazy skeleton-looking.
Yeah. So can I find a route that is going to expose us least of all?
Yes. Go ahead and give me a survival check.
Can I help him out with that?
Yeah.
Proficient in survival.
Um, 22.
You can see in the opposite, almost complete opposite direction of where Guardian had initially been pointing out. You see, if you climb down from the plaza you currently are on and tie a rope, you can swing to another building that would actually give you a almost unimpeded path through the lower wards to a building that's actually toppled over and fallen against the ziggurat. You'd be approaching from the back as opposed to winding around and approaching from the front.
What can we tell?
Yeah.
It's
I
gonna
mean,
be
we have a pretty good history with rope.
Yes.
We have a pretty good history with rope, so I don't see why we shouldn't just tie some stuff off here and swing over there.
I'm sorry, you say swing?
Yeah. You've got this, right?
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Right? It's an adventure, and Chuck can catch you.
Can we send Guardian first to catch us if...
I was gonna say, I mean, if people need an extra hand, I can give them a little hand. I got two people and myself I can bring with me if we want to fly over.
Well, that's kind of my point. I know that you can fly sometimes. Yeah, I think maybe Guardian going first, and then we can swing over to there, and then go through down there and across that building that's fallen over, and we'll get there.
Yeah. Quick thing, Quinn. Can I talk to you over here for a second?
Yeah. What's up, buddy?
Now, Quinn, sometimes I don't fully understand the kind of double meaning of what you're saying when you're saying catch. You actually mean cast a spell, and I just don't get it. And maybe in the future, if you could be a little bit more sensitive to the fact that I'm not quite quick on the draw when it comes to the brain, quick on the draw when it comes to the hands. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, but you're so fast on the draw. Yeah, I mean, you're like...
Oh, that's really sweet of you.
Pew, pew.
Hey, yeah, pew, 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 pew. All I'm saying is that in the future, pew, pew with the gun, maybe not pew, pew up here. That's all I'm saying.
All right, buddy. Yeah. No
Good
problem.
talk. Good talk.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
All right, yeah, whatever Quinn said, it sounds good to me.
Party boys. All right.
So with your survival check, you understand it's going to take about 70 feet of rope for you to attach it to the cluster of roots and vines that is overhead for you guys to swing down to that next level.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I've got about 50 feet of rope here. Actually, maybe I have more.
Who wants to fly with me?
Actually, no. I've got some silk rope and some hemp rope. Oh, those don't tie together so well.
Well, I can carry... How many people can I carry? One? Two?
You can probably carry one person and maintain your regular speed.
Fair.
I think you can football under each arm at half speed. If you're talking about flying, right?
Yeah, flying.
Flying with people.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
how does Chuck fly exactly? I think I kind of missed that.
Guardian just throws him. Cannonball special.
You don't actually know how. You don't know how or why Chuck is able to fly.
Here's the thing. I point a gun at myself and two others.
Oh, God.
I'll close my eyes.
While this is going on, I just begin tying off rope. I climb up and start tying shit off.
Are you sure it's two other people?
Here's the thing. I close my eyes. I ask to quite literally a blob of nothingness that I sometimes perceive to be a man in a suit and ask him, hey, can I fly? He nods silently, and then I fly.
I'm just trying to figure out.
But I'm willing to do it again.
I'm just trying to figure out if it's safe at all. It sounds questionable.
Yeah, sure. It's super simple.
It's absolutely safe. Nothing bad has ever happened with his flying.
Listen, and he always casts it on the right amount of people.
Yes, always. There's never any miscalculation in there.
All right, so who's swinging and who's flying?
1 + 2 is 4.
I want me and Grohl for sure. Guardian, you want the third slot?
I can carry 2 other people with me.
I'll pick up Guardian.
I'll go with Guardian.
Well, with powerful build,
I'm already in his arms. I've just done the little hop-up thing.
They both climbed on top of him.
So it's what's her name and I left, or what's their name and I?
Sirrith, and basically just Sirrith and Quinn are the only ones who swing across. Everybody else gets grabbed.
Well, it lasts. How long does it last? For 10 minutes, right?
Fly 10 minutes. Yeah.
We can probably.
You can get pretty far in 10 minutes.
Yeah. How far do we need to go down?
60 feet around. So.
It was 70 feet of road, right?
Yeah, I mean, it lasts for 10 minutes, so that can get you guys. Yeah, it gets you guys very far.
Okay.
Much further than just that dropping point. I mean, if you're burning a spell slot,
might as well just use it to the full extent, right?
We should scope out what we can see while we are out there and up there.
Yeah.
All right, off we go.
My fucking rope.
we still might need it.
So so let's talk about who's flying and how right now, because we've almost got everybody, but you might still need the rope to get across. Not mistaken.
Yeah.
Well, it depends if he wants to go back.
Right. So yeah.
Because you can just go back and forth if you want to and just drop people off if you don't want to do that. It's fine too. I don't want to pressure you guys. But
yeah. How far away exactly is the ziggurat?
Perception check for me, please.
Great at these. 18.
It's at the halfway point in between the cavern, which is 3/4 of a mile. So it's about a little under half a mile.
Okay. So in 10
I
minutes.
think you can make that if you dash.
Yeah.
But it might be a one-way trip.
Right. Okay.
With flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say with 2 people under his arm, doesn't that hamper his movement speed?
It does.
Yeah. So he would need to dash.
Oh, that's about the way, the amount of ways that I want to travel to the ziggurat is 1. So.
We still have 2 other people that need to get across.
I mean, we just need to get across to there, and then we can make our way over. It's like really quick trips. Let's just do this and move on.
Okay, then
let's get this happening.
To be safe, Guardian will carry 1 person at a time and ferry them over.
I'll kick Shar off.
I'm gonna move ahead and scout.
Just pry her fingers off. Well, it looked like he can only take 1.
Find that really hard to believe.
It does take you about 5 minutes shuttling people back and forth.
Sure.
So while that 5 minutes is happening, Chuck, go ahead and give me how far out are you flying, and give me a perception check when you get out there.
You said it was what, 300 feet away, or how far away did you say it was?
Ziggurat?
The ziggurat is just under half a mile.
Yeah.
Half a mile, okay.
So 1,200 feet.
1,200 feet. All right, that's 40 seconds, right? Or
closer to 1,500. Whatever.
Like that.
Slightly under half a mile is. No, half a mile is like 3,600 something. I don't remember.
We should know.
1,800 divided by 60. That's like 30. It would take 30 rounds at 5 seconds a pop. So that's
only 3 minutes.
That's 2 minutes, 2.5.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly out kind of as close as I can as soon as I notice, if I notice anything suspicious.
As you're flying out, to give you a perception check.
Yeah. I make those with advantage because of my many eyes.
Many eyes.
19.
You see countless more of these figures on rooftops and sort of crouched in strange locations. You see something with a 19. You see something that catches your eye about halfway there. You spot two figures who don't look emaciated at all, but they do appear to be down in like the fetal position and in muttering in some sort of prayer. You see what looks like the broad-shouldered figure of a half-orc, and you see the squat figure of a dwarf.
Do I notice any sort of markings or in their armor or bodies to make them that might be familiar to me?
They are wearing. They do have the some form of like brown cloth attached to them in some way. For the dwarf, it is a bandana. For the half orc, it appears to be like a piece of cloth under a pauldron that drapes over the sword arm.
Is that in any way, shape, or form similar to what Sirrith is wearing or the other?
Sirrith does have a long length of brown cloth attached to their ring.
It's a half orc and a halfling, you said, right?
Half orc and a dwarf.
Dwarf. Same difference.
Oof. Were you Quinn?
All right.
Quinn's rubbing off
wait a
on
minute.
Chuck.
I'll
Party
tell you,
boys.
it's not a goddamn second where Quinn isn't rubbing off on me. And I'm gonna...
Yikes.
What?
Somebody clip that.
Pulling the ripcord on this campaign.
I'm out.
Fly out. All right. So, what are you doing? Are you getting closer to them, or are you flying over them?
I'm gonna fly over them, and then a couple warning shots of Eldritch Blast.
Where are you shooting these warning shots?
Just above them.
Wait.
Okay. They don't seem to notice as you fire off.
I'm gonna yell down, "Hey, you morons! It's time to go!"
They do not seem to respond.
Son of a bitch! I'm gonna fly back and let everybody know.
Okay. How close did you get to them? Like, pretty high up in the air still?
I can be like 120 feet away from
Okay, that's fine. Just getting a general idea for like how much detail you could make out from what you saw.
Yeah.
So from what you saw, they just appear to be like standing there murmuring like madmen.
They were probably charmed. That's what Sirrith said happened to them, so they are probably charmed. No?
I have a feeling it has something to do with whatever this is. They point up at like the root structure that then cascades down on top of that ziggurat, and just that glow emanating from the center of it all, where that statue is almost underlit by whatever that glow is, the parts that are still sticking out.
Yes, I am in agreement. And we should, while we are getting closer, we should be very careful to avoid that. Okay, Charles, do not fly up to the tree willy-nilly. Okay?
I've never been a fan of any sort of ziggurats flying around, and I don't intend to start.
Okay, just checking we are all on the same page. Quinn, are you good? You're okay?
Yeah, let's keep going.
Okay,
Get up to that ziggurat.
let's do it.
Okay. So I need whoever's not flying to give me 2 acrobatics checks as you move through the city.
Guardian, who are you carrying?
Yeah, I can still carry one person. Okay, Evie's already volunteered.
Already kicked Char off, so
Yeah, she's already annoying. Goddamn.
Char fell into the water below.
I did not notice that Shara is missing.
Evie's such a bitch.
The more Shara ignores it, the more Evie's gonna push it.
It's all a game.
testing that tolerance for passive aggressive.
100%. She doesn't
Just
have
remember
boundaries.
where the line is. That's it.
Yeah,
like that
I just
scene
want to
in
know where the
Step
line is.
Step Brothers, where Will Ferrell's like, "Can you make me chicken nuggets?" It's like, no, he's just testing you. He's seeing what he can get away with.
100%. That's what's going on.
That Brothers reference A+. What was that rolling again?
Two acrobatics checks. You guys made it across the city.
Mine was 30 and a natural 20 for a 32.
Damn. Okay.
Oh man, Rangers are so underpowered.
Power Rangers.
I can't believe they nerfed Rangers so much. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
All right.
it's harsh.
Char and then Sirrith and Grohl all need to make checks.
Yes. Sirrith.
21 and a 16.
Okay. Success.
They don't get any advantages on this, do they?
No.
Okay.
They do have Indomitable.
They do. Nice. 21. 10.
Okay.
Sure. They'll use it. They're gonna use Indomitable.
Okay.
Better. 19.
Excellent. I think that's everybody, right? Except for Grohl.
Oh yeah.
Girl's flying, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Grohl's flying? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Never mind then. So with half of the party overhead, moving through this area, you guys are tracing the party as they walk along these. Some of them, like I said, are columns that are slick with moss and the soft and the dripping of water from above. You have to pass under a waterfall at one point that is completely burst through the top of the cavern, streams down around some of the roots, and then cascades between two buildings. You guys have to actually walk through, but as you do, you notice this: the noise that you guys are making is almost completely dampened by the sound of the water, thanks to Quinn's mapping through. You guys now move through one of the lower sections of the city here, and you begin to hear loud chanting from within one of the buildings you guys are passing by. You're kind of walking along almost like a balcony on the outer portion. The people who are on the ground. You're on a lower area. So the building that you're on right now has these wide balconies around it. So balcony, one floor down is another balcony, one floor down is another balcony, almost like a tenement. And the one that you guys are on the lowest one that just peeks up out of the water. And as you pass through this space, off to your left, through one of the narrow humanoid-shaped doorways, you begin to hear the sounds of the same loud chanting, but verbal in this case, and echoing throughout this chamber.
That sounds good.
If you guys just want to try to sneak past, you can give me a stealth check. If you want to attempt any other craziness, I'm open to it. The flying people are exempt from this
Oh, okay.
because you guys are flying.
Oh,
Great.
so it's
I thought
me and the NPCs.
Quinn does those hand motions that just go like this and then fly out.
Char is also with you, by the way. So it's Char and Sirrith and Quinn currently. You need to make the checks as you guys move to the city.
Yeah, trying to motion to Chuck as he flies on.
I'm gonna try to sneak.
Stealthy.
Okay. Go ahead and give me your stealth roll as well.
29.
29.
22.
Quinn, am I right?
Sirrith is wearing plate. Do they have disadvantage?
No, Sirrith is not wearing plate. Sirrith is wearing.
Oh, got it.
It's wearing It's essentially a light armor, so they don't. Medium armor. They do not have disadvantage.
Okay.
Chitinous armor.
Yeah. It has the flexibility of leather, but much more resilient.
14.
Okay. As Quinn, you hop across the doorway. Char, you follow close behind. And then the last jump is by Sirrith. And as they land on the other side of the doorway, there's as one of their scimitars kind of scrape along the cement doorway, the tall stone doorway, and they sort of you see their face kind of like you see them look back, and then both hands go to the scimitars, and you guys wait and wait. No one comes out. You guys continue moving through the space. The last section of this journey is simply you guys climbing up now. That building that you'd seen smashed against the side of the ziggurat. You guys climb up to about the 4th floor and simply need to make a jump across to the ziggurat itself. And you guys are there. It's fairly narrow. It's about 10 feet across. It looks slick on the other side, but stable. So, one last acrobatics check from the folks who are on the ground as we are approaching the 10-minute mark and the rest of you are searching for spots to land.
Acrobatics, yeah?
I rolled
Acrobatics.
4.
Okay.
Hey, there you go. 17.
Wait, you don't have any acrobatics like bonus,
Who are you talking to?
or is that
No.
when you roll it? Is that with the?
That
bonus
was when I rolled it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Flaccid genius?
Flaccid legs, apparently.
I can. Do I see Shar struggling to make the jump?
You're likely within 30 feet if you want to use Flash of Genius.
I will use Flash
Oh, look at that.
of Genius
of
to add
Genius.
4.
Flash of
Your-
Genius.
I don't think you want to grab onto that.
I don't feel good about that one.
Flash of-
I want to take that one back.
Too late. Already clipped it.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah.
Alright. What's your flaccid penis?
Shar,
That was-
add 4.
Still
It's an
8.
8. Yeah.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah.
Don't
Didn't
you
know we
also
were
have
biffing it
Flash of
that hard.
Genius?
I do, yeah.
We can
Will you
stack
add
it,
to
right?
it? Yeah, you can stack it.
Can add 4 to it too. So that's
Yeah.
12.
Yeah? Yeah?
That's a success.
Hey!
12 was the DC. It was not a high
Yay.
DC.
Oh my god.
Wait a minute. Where's Floofy?
In my bag of holding.
Oh,
Yeah. Nice save.
Alright. I don't like
Sticking
it.
it, sticking
Oh,
his head
wow.
out.
Nice save.
I don't like it at all. I don't allow it.
I was gonna say I was gonna say it ahead of time,
But you
Okay.
did.
but I didn't.
So, you now are all on one of the lowest parts of the ziggurat. You can begin making your way around the front, where you believe the steps to be, since you are facing the back of it currently. I assume that's what you guys are doing. Unless you want to try to climb up the back here, though, it will be a bit more difficult.
I mean, I can go and I can scout out a little bit. I can sneak forward and see if there's anything on the front that we might want to avoid, and do the harrowing climb. I am assuming, based on Char's performance on that last jump. It might be a.
how high up is the climb?
It looks to be about 100 total feet, not counting because it's tiered. So you'd have spots to rest each time going up,
Got
but
it.
it's just the slick, 10 foot each time up. That would take some time and would require, because of the nature of how slippery the rock is and everything, will require athletics checks.
How much more time do you guys have left to fly around?
You guys have about 10 seconds, so you're
Oh.
just about landing
Okay.
as we're having this conversation.
I'm gonna jet up as high as I can in 10 seconds.
Okay. You get like an extra 30 feet up, but now you're about 50 feet in the air.
It'd be like 60 feet, right? Because it's
Okay.
5
60 feet up. 60 feet up and out, basically. And so you end up like one tier. You end up almost 3 tiers higher. Go ahead and give me an acrobatics check.
No problem. I'm very
Uh-oh.
dexterous. Oh, 20 not natural.
Hey.
So as you are like jetting up to this third level, you begin to think you're going to undershoot it, and so you kind of like have to windmill a little bit. And as you do one of those like crouch lands, like right on the edge of the third tier, and you have to like stand up and like wave your arms, and then like fall forward a bit, and you're now on the third tier up.
I'm gonna like dust myself off and look down, like.
Give me a perception check while you're up there.
Throw down a rope and shut up.
He's doing that, but he's surrounded by just enemies.
13. As you're looking out over the group, you can see something large moving through the water, but far down below. It's sort of snaking between the buildings, and you notice as it snakes between the buildings, it's wide enough that it actually scrapes along either side of the buildings of the streets that it's crawling through.
Something wicked this way comes, and everybody climb.
I'm gonna hop out of Guardian's arms and cast Spider Climb on myself, but what you see is her whip out her backpack, and she pulls out these like little, they almost look like those things that you strap on your boots when you are
Crampons.
like climbing, and crampons, exactly. But they actually kind of move and help.
They actually have like little
Articulated.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
awesome. That's
Exactly.
fucking awesome.
So she gets going up the building side.
You don't need to worry about making any of these acrobatics or athletics checks as you're heading up. But I do need the rest of you, if you are going to be climbing up, give me athletics or acrobatics. Since it's only 10 feet or so high, you can attempt to acrobatics your way up as well.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
definitely gonna do like vaults and like
Yep.
if you've done rock climbing like dinos, where you like
Yep.
grab one and get the next one. Yeah.
Absolutely.
29.
Okay.
19 for Guardian, 20 for Sirrith.
Okay. Let's get Grohl in there too.
Oh, thank you.
13 from Char.
Yeah, 13.
Okay.
It's a 9.
Athletics. Got even
9. Okay. So you guys all are climbing up. Quinn, you begin to vault your way up. You make it up this first tier, and as you look back, you just hear the sound of, and you look, and 3-foot high Grohl is at the bottom of this last jump, and it's sort of like, I'm not quite sure if I can climb that. And as Chuck, from your vantage point, you watch as just the bit of vibration action of you guys beginning to climb up, you see the creature begin to turn direction and begin to worm closer. It's still about 100 feet away as it's beginning to move down these city streets.
I'm gonna start Eldritch blasting like in a different direction.
Okay.
If I notice,
where are you
start-
Eldritch blasting, and what's the range?
so Eldritch blast, I think it's 120. Yeah, it's
Okay.
100 feet. I'm just gonna start hitting like buildings and stuff like that to try to make it crash into the water.
Okay. So as you're shooting, the angle that you can get here, you're about 30 feet in, and you can get about 90 feet out away from the building. So as you begin to fire out into the city, kind of off to your right, which is off to everybody else's left, you can hit one of the buildings that it's actually hasn't made it to yet. And as it begins to get closer, you see it begin to turn, and as it begins to rise up out of the water, it begins to wrap and constrict around this building. This creature is enormous. As it begins to wrap around, you can see there are small malformed fins and 2 giant blind eyes on its head, with this strange like whipping tendril on the front that has a glowing orb at the end. And as it begins to turn around this building, it begins to constrict, and the whole building begins to it's crushed in. You hear the sounds of some of the voices of those people, begin to get louder as they begin to plunge into the water below, the whole building collapsing down like accordion style, like controlled demolition style, into the water as it disrupts and sends waves up onto the first tier of the ziggurat. As you see, like Grohl's like back gets splashed and water rise to her knees, she begins to climb again. Go ahead and roll her next athletics, and you guys can all roll athletics to get to the next tier up if you'd like.
Can I climb back down to and attempt to like push her from below?
Yeah, do you want to go down and give her the help action, basically?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
A 3 anyway, so I'll roll with advantage. I'm not rolling above a 10 this session, I think.
You gotta stop rolling on.
There's no plus to Grohl's modifier, right?
For athletics, no.
Okay.
So it's an 8.
Okay. As you grab onto and you're trying to pull and push her up, she keeps slipping on the rock. You don't have the upper body strength to really be able to push up from under her. But everybody else, go ahead and give me your rolls.
27 for Guardian, 23 for Sirrith.
Okay. Both of you make it to the next tier.
Guardian, maybe I'm gonna lean over and yell, "Guardian, use a rope or something. Get Grohl out of there."
At the next tier, I'm going to smash the bracers together, tie off a rope to myself, tie off a rope first, throw it down, smash the bracers together, so that I become giant. And
Okay.
Does the rope break that you just tied around yourself?
So
no, anything I wear grows with me.
Gotcha.
okay. So what the way this is going to work, order of operations wise, because it's an action to climb up in this manner, and then an action to activate your bracers, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that would take effect.
Oh no! It's a bonus action. Sorry, it's a bonus action.
Okay. So then in that case, you can climb up and then smash the bracers together, and then next round you can throw the rope down. Does that work for you?
Sure.
I'm gonna keep taking the Eldritch Blast shots at different buildings, and then at one point I'm gonna say, "Hey, Sirrith, I think I saw your friends, but I don't think you're gonna see them again." And then I'm gonna keep shooting.
Okay. You're firing out. So you're using your action to fire Eldritch Blast at buildings 120 feet away to try to distract this creature. Everybody else has gotten up to the next tier, which means you guys are now all the third tier up, I believe. Yeah, you're all the third tier up. So everybody's on the same tier with Chuck, except for Evie and Grohl. Evie, if you'd like to continue to try to help Grohl up, you can. As the beast now, after smashing that building and beginning to drop down into the water, it lets out this roar, and it has these long, like anglerfish, spiny teeth in the front of it. It's like a half fish, half worm creature as it plunges back down into the water.
I can see it below me as I'm pushing. When?
Buenos noches, beautiful.
Get your ass down there!
You see it's getting closer now, but has veered off to your left now, Chuck, and is now attacking the building that you've been firing at. The last building that's close enough to you guys for you to reach with your Eldritch Blast. As it wraps and constricts around that building and begins to crush it in. Give me your athletics check for Grohl with advantage.
Alrighty.
With it's tied off to Giant Quinn. Could we?
The rope hasn't made it down yet.
Oh, okay,
19.
I need you to put everything you have in this.
All right, we're doing good. She kind of crawls across the ground, stands up. She turns back to like hold her staff out for you to grab, and then you see her eyes get wide as this creature now bursts up from the water below and begins to move in on the ziggurat itself. You see as it comes up out of the water, you see it rises a good 50 feet up out of the water before smashing back down again. And as it rises for that last little like chomp to the first level as you're climbing up, I think we'll pick that up next time with an initiative roll and getting you guys up the side of the ziggurat and away from this creature. Whew.
Ah!
I think you're going to be fine, though, Evie. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine.
Well,
You
I
don't
was
have to
gonna-
make a check, so you can climb
Yeah.
right up.
I was gonna bonus action. It's not step of the wind. It's the boots of the winding path. 15 feet
That's-
back up.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could totally do that. You head back.
Teleport back up.
So, but we're going to hold on that for now because next week we're going to be back in Mar for the Shadows of Mar campaign, which is our mystery noir intrigue style campaign set in this old, foggy, rainy city, one of the most crime-ridden cities on the continent of Lestis. And that means we get to do the prison break, which is going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, next week we're doing a prison break, which is going to be a fucking blast. So all that being said, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today and watching us play some D&D. Hopefully you guys had a good time, had some laughs, and hopefully bit some nails as we got through a couple of the hairy situations. As far as schedule goes, we will be back next week on Saturday at 11 a.m. With our Shadows of Mar campaign. But in the meantime, you can catch some art streams from Autumn on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And you can catch us on Thursdays on occasion. We'll be sure to let you guys know in the Discord when we're going live, so you guys can come check it out and give us some suggestions in chat. So until then, everybody, we hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you next time. Take care.
Bye.